I need to warn people who come into a stream that we're going to like this real sad part of the game. So stream and YouTube, welcome back to Purrfect Date. We are hoping to finish this game today. We have two chapters left, which is 2 more cat dates left. And hopefully we'll unravel the mystery that is Cat Island. And hopefully a few of us will get catified. But anyway, let's get into it. I am running late today, but that's okay. Alright, so we'll be playing this lad. Who are we gonna play as? I see Johnny's name in chat. We'll do Johnny. I do apologize if I'm sounding a little flat today. Didn't get a particularly good night's sleep last night, but it's okay. I step off the boat and onto Cat Island. I'm full of anticipation about what my first day will bring. 8 hours, 1 journal, and a wild cat chase later. Wow, they are really like cutting it short. So apparently this first day brings physical assault and the biggest trauma of my life. Yeah, that's generally how most jobs go sometimes. Maybe. Maybe not all jobs. Probably like hardly any jobs actually. Oh, the other cat's not here. Did I not successfully romance Kibbles? Oh, balls. I'm hoping we can romance not Pawpaw. That's the professor. He's on my shit list. No, Ravenpaw. Oh, is it awake? Human, we need to talk to you. Save it, I know how this goes. Fluffy bum. Blah blah, catification, blah blah, evasive answers, blah blah, antidote, and basically you need my help. Did I miss anything? No, not really. Flippy butt's unhappy. Wow, you really did read that journal from front to back, didn't you? Front to back. So yes, are you going to help us or not? Yes, sure. Fine, I'll help, whatever. See you after my day job. Johnny, you are efficient. Appreciate it. I return to camp feeling a bit less grumpy. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when the catalogue beeps. A message without any contact information. Snitches get stitches. Who the hell? Didn't we establish or possibly assume that it was the old man? Mr. Marigold? What happens if it's Mrs. Marigold? Oh, someone needs to take that phone away from Mason Marigold. There we go. Our guy today is just not having it. The rest of the day is uneventful, just working in the lab with the professor. I cannot wait to start unpicking this mystery. I suppose the cats are my starting point. They must know more than they're letting on. I intend to get to the heart of each of them to see what secrets they may hold. Well, you can't romance everybody. Just some of them. Alright, who are we romancing? I can't do Ravenpaw right now. Okay, it's Trixie, the little shit. I can hear a strange tapping sound and it grinds on my brain until finally I have to go investigate. I've been tagging cats all morning and the sun is high in the clear blue sky now, so it's time to take my break anyway. I decide to follow the sound. I make my way further along the beach to inspect the rocks and cliffs that run around the perimeter of the island. Tap, 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 tap. It's hard to tell if it's getting louder or if I'm just getting more consumed by it. Suddenly the tapping stops and I hear a new sound altogether. It's a strange gurgling, like the sound of a babbling brook that runs through the deep forest. But I wouldn't be able to hear that all the way from the beach. I stand still and strain my ears, listening intently. There it is again! A short eruption of burbles. I look around suspiciously and notice a barely concealed opening in the contours of the rock face. I feel compelled towards it. As I get closer, the gurgling shapes into gleeful giggles. Hello? I wait at the mouth of the cave, feeling like I've been lured here, but at the same time, like an intruder. Am I disturbing you? Human! Oh, Trixie, it's you. What are you doing here? I could hear you from all the way up the beach. You're a long way off base. I could ask you the same thing, human, but I won't because I know why you're here. You were drawn to me. I knew you would come sooner or later. I made it nice for your visit. Huh? Well, come on in, Humi. I have to try and make sure that I don't say human. It's human. Or hummus. Or hummus. Or humi. I'm sorry. And she's disappeared into the darkness of the cave. I squeeze myself in after her, and as my eyes adjust to the gleam, I am at the same time taken aback by the light. We're in a small cavern which should be pitch black, except it's not. There's a light source that my brain can't quite understand immediately. The rocks, or at least some of them, are radiating with a warm golden pink glow which gives the tiny cave a peculiar ambience, almost like a trashy nightclub. Take a piece of space and make yourself at home, Humi. I sit where I've been standing as there's not much room here. I start to take in my surroundings. Wow, Trixie, this is fantastic. All around us are different types of rocks, stones and crystals, all different colours, sizes and shapes. There are piles of the stuff in every nook and cranny, like a little Aladdin's cave. What exactly is this place, Trix? It's my pad. It's where I do my thing. We all need our thing, don't we? Are you a crystal chick? Yes, I suppose, but what exactly is your thing? Minerals. I collect them. It's more than just collecting them, though. I embrace them. Well, she might be a crystal chick. Horoscopes next, yeah? You hug them? Trixie giggles. Yes, I do. But that's not what I meant. I connect with them and allow their properties to become a part of me. We combine our energies. I'm not sure I quite understand. Hello, YT. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. Yes, please go back and rest. That sounds like a horrible day. But I appreciate you coming in just to say hello. But go back to sleep. I hope you feel better tomorrow morning. Look, it's easier if I show you. The small cat begins nudging and pawing at some of the stones until she has lined them up in front of me. Here is my island family. Meet the Grand Dame. Thank you, YT. I will have a great stream. Please tell me this is the Grand Dame. It's very suggestive. Do not stick crystals or minerals in places that they shouldn't be going. Yep. She indicates a long, slender pink stone, quite smooth and elegant. That's what she said. Feel her. I run my fingers over the shiny, cold surface. Remind you of anyone? A smile breaks over my face and Trixie begins to giggle. Yep, you got it. Only don't ever tell Snooty that I'm calling her grandma. I thought you called her Grand Dame. Here, how about this guy? I'm presented with a large, squat chunk of rock, semi-covered with a kind of moss that gives it the appearance of having fur. As I turn it, the light picks up the colour, and I can see a warm, rich amber tone, almost like marmalade. That will be Floofy Butt. It makes me laugh out loud. That's really uncanny. The major in rock form. Mineral, actually, but yes, Gramps has all the qualities to lead my little family. 1 second. I've already moved on to the next stone, and the resemblance is striking. It's a dirty green stone that fits very comfortably in the palm of my hand. It hasn't been polished like Snooty Booty, so it has a bit of a murky... Sorry, it's a bit murky looking. Thank you, Basic, for collecting your crunchy leaf. I hope you're doing well. Oh no, my coffee almost spilled. So it's a bit murky looking, but there are small patches that have been rubbed clean from handling. They are breathtaking emerald. They are breathtaking emerald, catching the light so that the green sparkles, reflecting and dancing around the cave. Thank you, YT, for collecting your crunchy leaf too. Now go to sleep. Affectionate. It's beautiful. Yeah, naughty Uncle McMurphy can be like that, don't you find? Yeah. Oh, he certainly can. His charm is very beguiling. So who's missing? No one. What about Kibbles? Take a closer look, Homie. I strain my eyes in the gloomy light and see a flat, jagged piece of stone next to Floofy Butt, and then I get it. It's a pebble! He is a pebble. We both laugh. It really does seem to capture Kibbles, but it's hard to say why. It's because of the last date. It's the energy. Everything has energy, and we're all connected by it. Allow me to demonstrate. Take my paw and close your eyes. I do as instructed and hold the tiny paw in my hand, being as gentle as possible because my fingers suddenly seem fat and clumsy by comparison. What do you feel? Fluffy beans. She's warm and fragile, and I almost feel like giggling. A bit tipsy, really. Johnny, what the hell, dude? What have you been sipping on? Okay, now keep your eyes closed and hold my other paw in your other hand. When I have both of her paws, the feeling is intensified. I begin giggling out loud despite myself, and I'm overcome with a delicious feeling of joy. Open your eyes! I look down and see that I'm only holding one of Trixie's paws. In the other hand is a small clear crystal, completely smooth. Oh wow, but how? It felt just like your paw, warm and fairy. I know! Trixie is laughing. You're feeling the energy. This is me. Trixie indicates the crystal. Oh my goodness, Trix, this is so cool! Thank you for letting me meet you all. I notice her face change. She looks as though she's been hurt. Oh, Trixie, what is it? Are you okay? This isn't all of us? What? There's someone else in my island family, but we don't talk about her anymore. Oh? She was the coolest sister ever, but she's not with us anymore. Oh, Trix, did she pass away? No, this is Ravenpaw, right? No such luck. She's being kept alive. Sorry. I like to let it finish so I don't get distracted by the noise. Trixie nudges a small black piece of stone towards me. I pick it up and look at it closely. There's thousands of specks of glitter running through it, giving it an iridescence. It looks like the night sky. I close my eyes instinctively and am immediately overwhelmed by the most intense sadness and despair. It feels as though all the pain in the world is captured in this little black gem. Gosh, Trixie, what on earth happened to her? Can't say. Not yet, anyway. She has taken the stone and hidden it before I've even realized it's gone, and suddenly her mood has changed completely again. We need to get you one too, Humi. You should be mineralized, what, don't you think? I would be honored, Miss Trixie. You're really quite open for a scientist. It's actually a requirement that in order to be a good scientist, you remain open-minded. Let me read your tarot. I was about to say the tarot cards are about to come out. Here they are. I thought, I made the joke about the horoscope. I should have said that the tarots then, and I would have been so correct about Trixie. I'm a bit thrown. That came out of nowhere. I don't know about that. Not as open-minded as you like to think then? That's not fair, I just wasn't expecting it. Come on then, yes or no? Yeah, let's go for it. I want to know everything. What? Okay, why not? I played tarot once in uni. It was great fun. Oh, Humi. Or Humi. Tarot isn't a game. Of course not. Go on then. Tell me who I'm going to marry. It's going to be a cat. Trixie lets out a small snicker. I don't know why, but I'm starting to feel a bit nervous. The calico cat produces a pack of cards with an intricate pattern on the back. Wow, that's a cool deck. Where did you get it? McMurphy got it for me. He won't tell me where it's from. He finds the coolest things. Trixie places the pack of cards on the floor, begins waving her paws over it, and lets out a strange yowling sound. Finally, she stops and fans the cards out in front of me. Okay, your turn. Close your eyes and slowly run your hands over the cards until you feel drawn to one. Touch it lightly. Repeat until you've chosen 3 cards. I self-consciously do it as I'm told, relieved that I'm not expected to make yowling noises too. Wait, that's a cool what? A cool deck? As in a deck of cards? I'm not that new. I don't have the New Zealand accent, so it doesn't sound like dick. Promise. I touch 3 cards, and when I open my eyes, Trixie is holding them in her paw, looking thoughtful. Yes, deck. Very interesting. Your past is the Fool, huh? The Lovers is in your present position. How scandalous. And you have Justice in your future, but will you be handing it out or receiving it? Very interesting. Well, what way is it facing? Is that good interesting or bad interesting? There's no such thing as good and bad, really. It's all just information to help you if you choose to listen to it. Okay, I'm all ears. Are you going to tell me that I'm a bit of a fool who's fallen in love and gets my just desserts? I notice that Trixie has become quiet and thoughtful as she studies the 3 cards. It feels like an age before she speaks. The position of this card represents your past, everything that has led you to your current situation. The Fool is all about innocence and spontaneity. It's the first card in the major arcana and signifies beginnings. The Fool portends important decisions ahead which may not be easy to make and involve an element of risk for you. It is a powerful card, not to be underestimated. The next position is your current situation. The Lovers can be a misleading card because it suggests being all about romance, but actually is far more about making difficult choices. It warns you that you need to consider things very carefully because although a positive outcome is more indicated when this card is present, it also reminds us that pain is seldom unavoidable. Finally, we have your outcome card, Justice. This augurs well for you, human. It is the most karmic of all of the tarot cards. If you behave with integrity, loyalty, and courage, you will achieve fantastic results and gain the highest possible successes. Beware though that the sword cuts on both sides of the blade. If you sow the seeds of discord, you will reap disharmony in your life. There is a longish pause and I realize she's finished my reading. Thank you, that was fantastic. You're really good. What did it mean? Oh, really, Humi, what did I say about listening? I heard every word, I just don't know what it means. Then go away and think about it. I will. I'll try. Just remember that it's all about interpretation and listening. Interpreting the cards is listening. You need to listen to your inner voice and the cards will help you hear it. I have much to learn, and I'm happy to teach you, Humi. She is beaming and glowing in the strange half-light of her magical cave. The effect is quite hypnotic. Well, I should look forward to that, but right now I have a date with a microscope. Soon, Humi, soon. I'm being threatened again by this cat. I make my way out into the bright sunshine and take a deep breath. I'm not sure what all of that was about, but I think I rather liked it. Fortunes, red. Let's do some research. What do we got? Research 8. It's time to check on Muffin. I hope she's okay after those tests. Or it's time to check on some of our test subjects. Nothing fancy, just a routine checkup. We're going to check on Muffin. I've been worried about her. I arrive at the lab at the usual time. As I walk through the door, the professor is standing right in front of me with a disconcerting smile on his face. Ah, Johnny, perfect timing. Morning, Professor? Have you seen Muffin today? I haven't. Why do you ask? See for yourself. He steps aside, and as I enter the tent, I immediately see what he's referring to. Muffin is bounding and scurrying at breathtaking speed, sending everything in her path flying. Oh, look how cute she is. Crikey, Professor, what on earth has gotten into her? Some time ago, we tried to test a new sample on her, but there was no response at the time. I expect that this is just a much delayed reaction to that sample. She's like a hyper kitten. Indeed, I have an assignment for you today. You want me to catch her, don't you, sir? Absolutely, you must retrieve some samples for analysis. Skin, hair, saliva. Alright, okay. The professor chuckles to himself as he wanders out of the lab. He's right to laugh. This isn't going to be easy. Muffin is bouncing all over the place. What are the side effects going to be? This doesn't seem like it's going to last forever. Oh, do we go for food or do we sit down? I think food's generally a good motivator. It works for Delilah. I stumble around for a while trying to catch her, but she's too fast. I have to think about this. I have to think this through I'll have to think this through strategically. Food. I try the one thing that always works with Muffin. Food. I stand waiting with a handful of treats. Come on, Muffin, I've got your favorite. Muffin stops in her tracks and fixes her huge pupils onto the food. She's suspicious, but she can't resist. She tentatively approaches. Suddenly, she leaps forward. I suppose she thinks she can grab the food and run back before I can catch her. She thinks wrong. After a brief tussle, I have her in my arms. She soon resigns herself to her fate. I give her some treats and she starts purring. I collect the samples with little fuss from her and replace her in her crate. I'm preparing and cataloguing the samples when I notice something peculiar. The hair sample looks brittle, like it could turn to ash in my hand. This is what I was worried about. I glance up at Muffin and she's sleeping in an unnatural starfish position, as though she's conked out mid-leap. It makes me feel uneasy. I go and give her a gentle stroke. She seems perfectly fine and relaxed, but I can't help feeling she seems older than before. I think I'm getting paranoid. Alright guys, very quickly, I need to grab my water bottle because I left it behind, so give me one moment. Okay, we are back and ready to do some recon. I'm so worried about Muffin. Recon number 5. It's like Mamba number 5, but without Monica. Actually, is there a Monica? Is Marigold's Mrs. Marigold's first name Monica? Do you think? Ooh! The professor's laptop probably has all kinds of interesting files on it. Luckily for me, there's a certain white-haired nerd who says he can hack it for me. Let's hack! I'm in. The professor keeps all the data on a closed network. I have clearance to access a few files, but most of the info is encrypted and inaccessible to anyone but the professor himself. Good thing, then, that he left his laptop unattended before going on a trip to the mainland. You prefer combo number 5. Combo! He's going to collect some specific components for some of the experiments we're running. Well, that we're going to be running soon. That's what he says, so I'm holding down the fort. When I open it, I see that his laptop is running the same technology that at the catalogue. It's the only working computer that I've seen on the island. It's password protected, as I expected, but that's not a problem because I have a trick up my sleeve. I am stumbling over my words already today. Kibbles, come over here and work your magic. Kibbles has been playing with what looks like a rubber band underneath the professor's desk. He leaps up and stares at the screen with huge black pupils. It's a Unix system. I know this. Okay, so you'll have to use an OS exploit and a pen drive to boot straight to desktop. Okay, slow down, I'm not good with this stuff. After some fiddling and impatient instructions from Kibbles, we reach the desktop. The professor's desktop background is a picture of him surrounded by cats. It should look cute, but it looks strangely unnatural. We search for the files. Kib says we can get past the authentication process, but we still need to figure out how to decrypt them. He sets a process going to try to work out the encryption key. While that's working in the background, I take a look around the rest of the computer to see what else I can find. I find a folder with pictures of all the cats in it. They look like they were taken from a distance with a powerful zoom lens. Caught me mid-sneeze, not very professional. Why do you think he has these photos? Because he knows that the group is onto him. Well, I don't think he took them. He's only interested in cats as research subjects. Really? Then how do you explain this desktop background? Dunno. I got a jump scare. The computer makes a noise. The program has finished trying to decrypt the files. Ugh. What is it? I couldn't get past the encryption. We can only get access to one file, and it's an old one. I look at what he's referring to. Oh, but it's a good one. Yeah? What's it say? I read the document out loud. Observation on Project Felix. Day 74. Subject's ears are becoming pointed. Hearing range has expanded to 60 hertz, kilohertz. K, capital H, lowercase c. Subject appears to be developing a reflective layer behind the retina. Eyesight in darkness has improved by 50% since last measured. Subject's field of view has expanded to approximately 200 degrees. Body hair is becoming more dense. Longer hairs around the mouth and eyebrows have begun to grow faster and appear to carry sensory information. Kilohertz, thank you, YT. Back to bed with you. Attempts to reverse the changes have so far proved fruitless. Tomorrow we will carry out further invasive procedures. What? Are they cutting open one of the previous assistants that got bitten? Good boy. Day 75. Administered a combination of aminoglycosides, glucose, and the chemical extracted from the feral cat's adrenal glands. Initial results are promising. Subject appears to be in acute pain at all times. Day 76. Subject has perished overnight due to sudden heart failure, potentially as a result of increased stress. Postmortem to be carried out at 1700 hours or 5 p.m. Whoa, that's dark. Yes, it is. Probably a good thing you never told the professor you're catified. I nod and download the file to the pen drive as Kibbles instructed. I close the laptop. That's enough for one day, I think. Holy macaronis. Alright, Recon 1. Gonna have a goddamn rest first, though. You had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Alright, back to romancing. Trixie! Meow! Come on, Humi. At this rate, you'll have to go back before we even get there. I'm not built like you, Trix. Not yet, anyway. You need to cut me some slack. These cliffs are hard going. I'm taking an extra long lunch break today to go scavenging with Trixie. Having realized I'm the only member of the family not to be represented in rock form, she's become obsessed with finding my crystallized doppelganger. Doppelganger. I tried. I'm both flattered and unnerved at being a member of a cat family. I try not to overthink it. Can we take 5 so I can catch my breath, please? It's okay, we're here. It's just over this edge. Look. As I catch up to Trixie, I instantly see what she's referring to. As soon as my head gets above the cliff we're climbing, I'm confronted with a kind of rock basin. It's almost volcanic looking, as though something huge once fell here and left an almighty indentation. What is this, Trixie? The way you bite your lips, sir, and the dark circles, you are so tired. For the dark circles, the biting of the lip makes it seem like you're just aroused always. Jump down, it's perfectly safe. The nimble little cat has made it down to the plateau in a couple of swift leaps and is looking up as though encouraging a child into a swimming pool. It's easy, just spring up and glide down. For you, maybe I'm a lot less cat than you might think. But as I stumble around, I find it surprisingly easy to find my footing and my legs feel springier somehow, taking me higher than I expected when I jump. The landing feels soft and sure-footed. Maybe all of this island exercise is making me fitter. Bravo! Maybe you're a lot less human than you might think. When I've stopped feeling pleased with myself and take in my surroundings, I have to catch my breath. I feel as though I'm standing in a prehistoric time warp. Let's do the time warp again. Am I becoming a cat? Yes. So what you discover, like, first chapter, is if you get scratched or bitten by what the others call the elder cats, you, after a period of time, will become a cat yourself unless you can find the antidote. And right now, on chapter 5 we're on now, we still haven't found the antidote, and all our predecessors, like the people we played previously, have all become cats. So we are in the process of becoming a cat unless we can make the antidote. Where are we? What is this? Haha, close your mouth, Humi. The Lucy lights will get in. Also, that what you heard before when we were reading the day 70 somethings. That was what we're guessing. Professor Purrfect experimenting on somebody who was going through catification. Why wouldn't you want to be a cat? It would be amazing. I think people should have the ability to choose whether or not they become a cat. I think that would just be a bit fair. And considering that the professor it seems to be experimenting on all the cats here, you kind of don't want to be a cat on this island. The what? Never mind, just get some of this and dodge for the high road. Ha, some of the expressions you use, Trix, you make me laugh. Were you born on this island? She's clawing at the rock like it's a scratch post. My parents brought me here in 1967. Really? Wow, do you remember? No. The last one told me... You mean the person who worked here before me? How did... But I'm silenced by her abrupt interruption. Thanks for all the help. Oh, wait, you're the one who came with their family. Time to AFK while losing Hearthstone games in a row? Easy. Good luck, Rattus. Thank you very much for popping in. Trixie, my love. Well, soon to be love. I realize that I've done nothing and jump up to see what I can do. But Trixie seems to have what she came here for. Lookin'! If you type exclamation point lurk, Rattus, you'll be able to have a cute little message. Take this! It's a shard of black and silver. Ooh, cool. Hold it in your hands and feel the character. Try to blend with it. There you go. Enjoy your AFK adventure while we keep the cozy vibes rolling. Also, thank you, Nightbot, for doing the lurk message. Sorry that you got confetti. I do as I'm told, but the only thing I feel is foolish. Aha! It's the fool! He's come back! The fool card is in full force. I'm not sure. Perhaps I'm not very rock-like? Mineral! Sorry. Okay, leave it. We'll have to try again elsewhere. But to be honest, human, I'm running quite low on ideas for you. I feel guilty that I'm so difficult to place and wonder if I should try to make it better. No, we will admit our skepticism. Because I would rather be truthful that we may be difficult to place, but I want to keep our hopes up. That's the thing. I want to kind of split it. I don't want to lie to her, but I want to be like, maybe I'm out there. The rock version of me is out there. Look, I know I'm not very open to this stuff, but the truth is, it makes me feel a bit silly. It's like there's this great game and I'm the only one who doesn't know how to play. This is not what I was talking about. It's not a game, Humi. It's very real to me. I see that and I believe you're being totally genuine. It's just me. I'm some kind of Luddite, I suppose. Trixie starts gurgling. Her strange little laugh cuts through the tension, and I start laughing too, more from relief that she's not angry with me than anything else. Her good humour picks me up. Look, let me have one last try, will you? Be my guest? But I really don't mind calling it a day if you want to, Humi. I would love to stop and head back to camp for a glass of lemonade, of cold lemonade to be specific, but I feel I owe Trixie more effort than I've been making. No, I am placing myself in your paws. I am prepared to do whatever it takes to get me in touch with my higher self. Or just to find me a rock version of me for you. Oh, good use of terminology, Humi. 1 brownie point already. Okay, so stand up and close your eyes. I do as I'm told. Now feel the flow of energy come through your crown chakra. White light coursing through your body. Crown chakra? I'm lost already, but I try to follow what she's suggesting. Wonderful. Now, I'm doing yoga now again. Are you working with Professor Pauper? He tried to get me into yoga. Sorry. Wonderful. Now slowly raise one leg and extend it behind you. Find your balance. I'm wobbling like jelly. Good, and extend your arms out in front of you. Stretch right out. Now bring your right hand towards your face with your fingers splayed. What? But I'm managing to keep a straight face. That's something. Now bring your thumb to the tip of your nose. Okay. And wiggle your fingers. There's a startled gurgling sound. I can't resist opening one eye. Trixie is rolling around trying not to laugh out loud. I see myself, how ridiculous I look, and I join in with her mirth. That was so mean! Oh, Humi, I'm just trying to lighten you up a bit. The best route to enlightenment is through joyful laughter. Well, whatever Christmas cracker you read that in, it wasn't wrong. We lay on the ground for a while, soaking in the energy from the rocks, and I can honestly say I felt nothing. Don't worry, newbie, I'll channel for you until your own channels are clear. I have no idea what she means, but I feel very happy about it. Hell yeah! More research! It's time to do research 13. Just more checkups, but not specifically to Muffin. I'm still worried about Muffin though. I'm spending the day examining the cats to make sure they're in good shape. Muffin is a bit grumpy today, presumably because she's an old lady and she's just been woken up, but otherwise she's doing well. As I replace her in her crate, I can't resist doing the human-cat equivalent calculation. She's 18, so if 1 feline years equals 7 human years, that makes her the grand old age of 126. I know it's nonsense, but impressive anyway. Smokey is being quite vocal this morning, so I grab him next. His hair is a lot more luscious than it used to be. I can't help but run my hand through it. Although it's no longer growing, I can feel how thick it is. Apart from that happy consequence, there doesn't seem to be any other side effects from the drug we tried on him, which is a relief. Further examination shows he seems to be very healthy indeed, a little bigger and heavier than last time I weighed him. All his other vitals are within normal acceptable range. I give him a small treat and he plods off happily. Who's next then? Oh, it's Bee! Hi, Bee! I suppose I have a free minute. I'm startled by the voice and I turn to see that a quiet chocolate brown cat from the forest has entered without me noticing. I can read. Ooh, Bee, you came! Well, I was invited. Of course, will you let me check you over? I would like to update your details on the catalogue. Okay. She leaps up onto the counter gracefully and I begin the examination. You're in very good condition, aren't you? If you say so, Turntail. Why do you call me that? She ignores the question. Turntail means coward, doesn't it? The journal the last assistant left says that you called them Turntail too. I read all about it. What did we do to deserve being called cowards? You tell me. She almost looks sad. Well, I've racked my brain since you first said it, and I really can't imagine. I continue taking her vitals, keeping myself busy to ease the tension between us. You're taking too long. I remove the stethoscope from one of my ears. I'm sorry, Bee. Are you in a rush to get somewhere? I can't quite hide the sarcasm in my voice. Not this. I mean with joining the dots, working it out. Working what out? The connection. I wait to understand. Between us. She's becoming more irritated with me, so I try to pull it back by being ultra calm. And what would that be? It's like a red rag to a bull. Well, clearly not our IQ, mastermind. I feel stung. I can't understand why she's so upset with me, because she was like a previous assistant. There's an awkward silence while I finish checking her over. Sorry. Her voice is no more than a whisper. I beg your pardon? It's not your fault. I just get so frustrated. Whenever there's a glimmer of hope, it's snuffed out before any progress is made. Although I don't understand, I don't want to interrupt her. She looks so earnest. I've been patient for so long. I'm beginning to forget. Forget what? Time is we mustn't waste it. She looks so small and lost. Look, Bee, I'm really sorry if I did or said something to get us off on the wrong foot. I think it would be a real shame for us not to get along. We could be good allies. Important. Huh? The word I lost. Time is important. Yes, it is. See, we can agree. Maybe you and I could sit down together and talk about that a little more? Maybe we could. B leaps off the examination table and saunters towards the door. I'll let you know, turnt tail. She's gone before I can reply. We have research 10. It's time for some recon. Recon 1. There's something the professor is hiding from me. I know just the cats for the job. Oh my god, we're gonna find some ninja cats? Dun dun dun. There is a trapdoor in the floor of the lab that is completely off limits. I spied the professor going in and out a couple of times, but he always keeps it locked, and it's never mentioned. He uses a keycard to enter, and as far as I'm aware, there are no copies. Strange though, having a trapdoor in a tent, let alone special high-tech security. I can't help wondering what on earth could be down there. I don't know if it's the catification or this environment, but my curiosity has really started to get the better of me recently. I've spent more time ruminating and have finally formulated a plan on how to get past the trapdoor and into whatever is beneath it. But this is more than a one-person job. I need to find an accomplice. I made my way down to the beach to a familiar sight at this time of day. Snooty Booty, McMurphy, and Kibbles are reclining in the afternoon sun. Hey team, the gang is all here. Can't you count? There's only 3 of us. I didn't mean it literally, Kibbles, but it's good to catch you. I need a willing volunteer to help me on my mission. Johnny, my dear, charmed as though I always am to see you, you really do have a particular skill for interrupting one's beauty sleep. Now, if you could just move slightly to your left, you're casting a shadow. I shift my position and lower my expectations. This may not go as smoothly as I hoped. How about it, Murph? Fancy going on an adventure? Chara, you must know cats are a bit better than that by now. You're going to have to give us all the details before you can get any of us to agree to anything. Okay, how about this for intrigue? I've discovered a trapdoor in the ground of the main lab. Yeah, what about it? Oh, you know about it already? Obviously, it's not exactly hidden. So what's down there? Dunno, don't care. Only the professor goes down there, Chara, and you can't blame us for not wanting to keep him company. Not down there. Sorry, not that would be welcome. Where did I get not down there from? Not down there. That's how I did it. I just read that. Wait, it's Kara, isn't it? Come on, guys. Aren't any of you slightly curious? I already have a plan figured out. All I need is someone smart, stealthy, and skillful to be my partner in crime. Kara, there are many things I would do for you, but going into the professor's territory is not one of them. I'm surprised at you, McMurphy. I thought you, at least, would be lured by the thrill of the unknown. Unknown my eye, whatever the professor is hiding down there can't be good. That much we do know. I don't even know why you asked us. How can a bunch of cats help you? I'm glad you asked that, Kibbles. In brief, I have already worked out that the door is operated by an automated mechanism. When the boss walks through the door, it closes and locks behind him instantly. Well, almost instantly. It's your job to prevent that mechanism from making contact. Obviously, but how? I'll sneak you into the lab in my backpack, and when the professor is exiting the trapdoor, I'll distract him while you make a break for it, and using your epic weapon as a tool, prevent the door from fully sealing. Oh yeah, my weapon. And what would that be? A katana. It's what you deserve. Your pebble! Oh, no, not the pebble! That's a precious thing! Kibbles looks like he's about to scarper, and I know I have to move quick. I open my rucksack. In you pop! I knew you'd be the bravest cat of them all. McMurphy flashes me a wink and nudges Kibbles forward. Valiant and brave as ever, Kibbles, you're a better man than me. Kibbles gulps and slicks into my backpack. I head back to the lab before he can change his mind. Now you've got to be as quiet as you can. The muffled voice comes from inside my bag. Hey, Johnny, your job is really boring. Kibbles? My job isn't waiting around for people to go through trapdoors all day. What exactly is your job? Well, it varies from day to day. Most of the time, I'm looking after the cats. A friendly tabby called Oscar meows from his cage as if he knows what we're talking about. Other days, I might receive a delivery of samples and have to run extensive tests and log the information. Hey Johnny, your job is really boring. Shh. I cut him off as the trapdoor begins to open and give my backpack an elbow as the professor emerges. Ah, good day, Johnny. Beginning on the new samples, are we? Always good to get a head start. Oh, yes, sir. I actually wanted to ask your opinion on this one. As I walk the professor over to my workstation, Kibbles has already leapt out of my bag and darted through the trapdoor just before it closes. Actually, I see what I've done. I misread the 8 for a 3. Now it all makes sense. Sorry to waste your time, Professor. No worries, Johnny. Say, I must ask when the last time was that you visited the optician? The eye doctor, the obstetrician. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. That's a baby doctor. Eye doctor. Just before I came to the island, everything was perfectly normal, sir. Jolly good, just checking. The professor pushes his specs up onto the bridge of his nose and wafts out of the room like a fart. I breathe a sigh of relief and run over to Kibbles. He has wedged the small rock inside the rim so that I can just pull the heavy door open. Well done, comrade. I knew you were the cat for the job. Kibbles looks proud in spite of his fear. Victory or death! I step down to join him, leaving the pebble wedging open the door above our heads. Immediately, I can make out a staircase in the gloom, taking us further underground. By the time we reach the last step, the temperature has changed noticeably. I realize my teeth are chattering. Oh my god, are we in the morgue? Don't be scared, Johnny. I'll protect you. You bite your lip too! Thank you, Kibbles. I fumble along the wall for a light switch. As soon as the lights come up, I cannot help but gasp. It's a morgue! I called it! In front of us is a set of steel cabinets. The light glints off them and forces my eyes into a squint. This place reminds me of something, but I cannot think what. The drawers of the cabinets are neatly labelled, each explaining what is contained within. Gallbladder, claw, front left. Parotid gland? There are 100 of these, row upon row. I open the drawer labelled claw, via right, is what I feared I would find. Boxed claw samples, each labelled with a name, number, and some notes about that particular subject, age, weight, breed, colouring. Every component and makes of a cat is laid neatly out in front of us. As a scientist, I'm used to seeing animal parts, but there's something different about this place. The sheer volume is overwhelming. Cat after butchered cat. It's horrifying. I feel sick. I know what this place reminds me of. A morgue. I really shouldn't have been that excited about a morgue. I thought it would be people down here. I forgot this is a cat island. I feel gross now. What the hell is this? Is this what they're doing to the cats that die here? I wonder if they're even waiting for them to die. But I keep my thoughts to myself. I looked at the notes that Purrfect has left on top of the cabinet. It looks like they harvest these from the cats that died during testing, so they can study the effects of various compounds on each of the specimens. Neither Kibbles nor I feel curious anymore. We decide to close this particular door behind us. That is disgusting. I actually have chills, and I do not feel happy right now. We've had a lovely nap. We needed it after that. Alright. 2 romances and a recon. The sun has almost set, a large orange orb so low in the sky. I could reach out. I feel like I could reach out and touch it. Maybe this is what Trixie wanted me to see. Her whispered invite from behind the lab door this morning was a brief cave, sundown, dress to de-stress, be there or despair. As I reach Trixie's cave, my breath is literally taken away. There are clusters of Lucy lights, tiny illuminated flies that look like strings of fairy lights hung all over the beach. They lead to a formation of rocks close to the water's edge, spotlit by the amber glow of the moon and surrounded by the sparkle and twinkle of more Lucy lights. It's magical. I called at Trixie as she emerges from her cave, dragging something in her mouth. I dash over to help her. Whatever it is, it looks too heavy for the delicate calico cat. Oh, thank you, I'm almost done. Could you take it over to the seats? She's indicating to the rock formation I was just admiring, and now I see it from this angle. It really does look like a seating area. In fact, the whole area looks like a stage, beautifully lit and set. When I put the cloth bundle where she wants it and untie it for her, I discover a small collection of objects that Trixie immediately sets about organizing. She's so deft and determined. I can't help but see the human in her. Can I do anything? This looks fabulous, Trix. How did you manage to stage the Lucy lights? She laughs. Easy when you know how. They just love mana. Mana? The mana from the heaven flowers. Look. She takes a flower from the garland she's pulling from the cloth bag and punctures the bulbous center with her claw. A few drops of clear, sticky liquid ooze out, instantly attracting a tiny swarm of sparkling flies. What is it? Taste it, go ahead, it's safe, Humi. Actually, it's delicious. I gingerly touch a droplet with the tip of my pinky and put it on the tip of my tongue. It's sweet and spicy like cinnamon and honey. She's right, it's delicious. I lost one game horribly. Let's go! D-ranking like a mad rat. I believe in you. If that's what you want, you will succeed. If you don't want to lose, then better luck next time. The garland is now around my neck, and I look like I'm wearing a necklace of dancing lights. Trixie has nudged a much smaller garland onto her head, and the effect is stunning. You have a halo. Look at this, look how cute it is. From 7.1k to 6.2k, 16 losses and 4 wins. Today is your day. Aw, buddy! Trixie giggles. Well, I am an angel after all. This stuff is good. Is there mana in this? I drink a warm, sweet nectar from a shell that Trixie has placed in my hands. We're gonna get buzzed. feel like we're going to like try some island drugs. We'll see. Yes, among other things. No worries, Rattus. Good luck. Steady though. McMurphy helped me make it. Ah, I thought I could detect the warmth of his Irish charm, if that's what you call it. Salanti? Murph? I don't know how to pronounce this. As I drain the shell, I feel a bit lightheaded and I sit down on one of the rock seats. Well, hello, chums. I didn't see you there. The whole of Trixie's mineral family are gathered on the other rocks. Well, the gang's all here. This is a lovely treat, Trixie. Thank you. Oh, but the main event is only just beginning. I'd like to present for your pleasure and delectation, Mademoiselle Trixie Belle. I clapped enthusiastically, but I have no idea what's going on. I'm having a ball anyway. And then it begins. Trixie has taken center stage, throws her head to the moon, and lets out the most almighty sound. It's long and loud and weird. A strange concoction of meowing, hissing, and purring, all together in a cacophony of ear-piercing caterwauling. For a moment I'm confused, but it's like another part of me starts to take over. A part of me that understands this awful racket, and my ears rearrange what I'm hearing until it sounds like singing. Beautiful singing, sad and plaintive, and then rising to hopeful and rousing until I'm compelled to join in. I throw back my head and let out a sound I didn't know I could make. Come on, Humi, come up here. Trixie is inviting me to join her on stage. I'm momentarily brought back to my senses, aware of who I am, and it jolts me. What the hell am I doing out here on the beach at night with a cloud of yowling cats? Part of me feels like I'm intruding. It's voyeuristic, and I feel uncomfortable. Join me! But there's another part of me that wants to cut loose and allow myself to experience all of it. We're going to follow the feline instincts. I leap gracefully onto the platform next to Trixie. From here, the view is even more astonishing. There are cats swarming from the rocks and the undergrowth to join us. We are all harmonizing as though we are one entity. Tails intertwine as Lucy lights dance all around us. Trixie has begun a kind of dance, stretching and twisting her whole body. She looks elastic. I begin gyrating too, and it feels fantastic. Every muscle and sinew is malleable. I am in total control of my entire anatomy. Sure thing. Before I have time to take in what changed, I am running at full pelt with Trixie following, and behind her a whole string of cats all scampering in a serpentine line with me at their head. I weave around rocks and straight up to the water's edge. We're high. We are so high. Then suddenly it all changes and we are reaching up towards the moon. Cats standing on their hind legs, front legs stretching up and swaying as though we're being blown in the warm breeze. The moon is melting its amber glow over us until suddenly I feel a wave of nausea wash over me. Oh, this is Cat Coachella. I break from the other revelers and crawl on my hands and knees a little way up the beach. It feels less potent here, and I lay down for a while and let the sounds of the yelling cats sing me to sleep. We got too close to the danger zone. Let's romance again. I don't have long, Trix. It's a busy day at the lab today. Lots of deliveries. Trixie is pulling at the corners of the cloth she has laid on the ground. I know, you're a very important and humanly person, but I think you'll be pleased you gave up a bit of your time for this. She's produced a small box wrapped in pretty paper with a ribbon on it. Oh my gosh, where did you get this from? Did you wrap it yourself? There's no need to sound so surprised. I thought you knew by now I'm a very clever cat. Well, open it. Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but... I tear off the paper and bows, and as I toss them away, Trixie leaps on them, delightedly playing cat and mouse. Come on, Humi, need help? Unlike Johnny in-game, real-life me would have carefully opened the wrapping paper and more than likely kept the ribbons. No, it's mine! We tussle for the box playfully, and eventually I retrieve it and take off the lid. Wow, Trix is a Quake Stone! Oh, of course, it's lovely! Trixie starts to laugh. Oh, Humi, you're so funny. It's not lovely at all, but it is useful. She's right, it's not lovely. It's an ugly looking chunk of stone, about the size of a walnut. Pinkish grey, but mostly grey. Useful. Does it do something? Pick it up. I take the lump from the box and instantly feel a vibration in my hand. Whoa! That's weird. What is it? The feeling is spreading up my arm and through my torso. Can you feel it? That's the quake. It's from the danger zone. What? You went into the danger zone? Well, no, not personally, but I know someone who has. Who and how? Quakestone. It alters your energy, transforms your frequency, makes you in tune with the danger zone so you don't get zapped. Wait, are you saying that if I hold this, I could go into Elder Cat territory? That's right, Humi. That's my gift to you. Protection. I have 100 questions competing to be asked, but I know I have to get back to the lab. Trixie, you're an angel. Let's meet up another time to discuss where you got this and how to use it. Meow. We got Recon 17. All right. Time for Recon 17, I'm gonna guess. The stone that Trixie found is fascinating. I've just got to take a closer look at it. The professor is away on an overnight trip to the mainland, so I've got the lab to myself for a while. I've been running tests on the quake stone that Trixie gave me for hours now, and I'm no closer to understanding how it works. It emits a constant pulse, but I can't figure out where the energy needed to generate the vibration is coming from. Looking at it under the microscope, the structure seems less like a gem and more organic. It looks very smooth. It looks like very smooth interlocking scales which move and shift very slowly. It's as if the rock breathes. I sit back and try to clear my head. I wonder if an idea has been half forming at the back of my mind all day. An idea has been half forming at the back of my mind all day, and now it's loud and clear. I need to go to the Elder Cat's territory and see if I can't join some of the dots up in the situ. I decided it would be foolhardy to head to the danger zone alone, so I alert McMurphy to my plan and he agrees to meet me there. I throw a few things that I think could come in handy into my backpack and set off, swinging by Zane briefly to let him know I'm out of the grounds for a couple of hours. He's on his seat down by the water's edge. Hi Zane, waiting for the supply boat? He doesn't bother to look up from his paper. No, that's not till tomorrow to bring the professor back. Okay, just catching some raisin, eh? He carries on looking at his paper and doesn't respond. Well, just wanted to let you know I'm going on a field trip today. Now he shows an interest. Aren't you meant to stay in camp when the professor is away, in case something happens to one of the cats? Yes, strictly speaking, but everyone is doing fine and only intend to be gone for an hour or two. Can you cope? You can cope, can't you? It's not a question of me coping, it's a question of you breaking the rules. My heart sinks. But if it's important, then expect you have to do what you think is right. I'm taken aback. I get the feeling he's giving me his blessing without saying it. Thanks, Zane. Wise words. I turn to head back up the jetty path. But it might be a good idea to let me know where you're going, just in case. They're all fine, I promise you. My concern was for you. Aw, Zane! I'm touched, but I'll be fine too. Thanks for caring. Even so. I feel under pressure to tell him where I'm going, but I'm worried he'll stop me. I decide to come clean and hope for the best. Heading up the other end of the island. To the danger zone? Elder territory. Yes. Be careful then. I will. I get away before he can change his mind. You know what? Zane's a good guy. The people on the boat, not so much. Just like those guys. I wonder why he's so easy about me going... I wonder why he was so easygoing about me sneaking off to the danger zone while the professor is away. Maybe Zane's not so bad after all. I feel like there should have been a hyphen here. I haven't seen any sign of McMurphy. We said we'll meet here on the border of the danger zone. I'm squeezing the quakestone in my hand and I can feel the vibration gently pulsing up my arm. Just as I'm about to venture forward alone, I hear a friendly whistle. Murph! Were you missing me, Kara? I was giving up on you, to be honest. That's not nice. You should never give up on a buddy. Well, I'm glad you're here. I don't mind admitting I'm a bit nervous. Here, let me put this around your neck. I made a collar for him by drilling into a piece of quakestone and threading some twine through it. I don't want either of us to upset the elders. We need all the protection we can get. Although I'm not sure this will even work. It's a big risk. Come on then, stay close to me. And you to me, Kara. And you to me. You're already dating one of me. I can hear the amusement in his voice as he springs ahead of me and crosses the line into the danger zone. For a split second, I hesitate. I wait to see if anything happens to McMurphy. If something does happen, I want to be able to get help. Not making me your counter fodder, are you, Kara? Just watching your back, Murph. And with one large step forward, I'm over the line. I stand still for a moment to feel the difference, and there isn't any. I feel exactly the same pulsing coming from the quake zone, only now it seems to be all around me. It begins to tingle. Can you feel that? I most certainly can, and it's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing it is. He's right, it feels really relaxing without being drowsy. My mind is super alert, and I feel more energized than I did even a few minutes previously. There are some elders over to the right. They must be able to see us, but they don't seem to be bothered by us being this close. As I take in my surroundings, I notice that there are large rocks that appear to be made of quakestone. We skirt around the edge of the area, keeping as low a profile as possible. I can't believe we're doing this. Oh, Kara, I wish I could show you your face. Why? Because you're grinning from ear to ear. You look like the Cheshire Cat. Maybe we're gone through the looking glass. Then I see the huge obelisk-type stone, which most of the elder cats are sitting around. What do you think, Mac? Quakestone? Has to be. Look how serene they are. They all are. They're completely calm. Some of them are looking at us, but don't seem in the least bit bothered. There's no aggression in these animals. They are in total harmony with each other and their surroundings. Come on, Mac, let's leave them in peace. We move back to where we came in and gather some of the lumps of stone to take back with us. I can see why they like it here so much. Okay, let's get this off your neck. You'll be turning into an elder if I'm not careful. We walk back, mostly in silence. It's a nice silence. Contented. Interesting. They're saving the game. Alright, do I have any extras? Any other extras? No, but I'm missing 2. Alright, we need to rest, then final romance, and then research for Trixie's story. Romance. Trixie. I've been following a familiar sound along the shoreline. I can't see Trixie yet, but I'll know that plaintive song anywhere. It leads me to her cave. Trixie, can I come in? Wait a minute! I hear a flurry of activity, shuffling, and liquid being poured. Trixie, are you nearly ready? It's freezing out here. As soon as the sun goes down, the island becomes ridiculously cold. Come in! Her voice is slow and sing-song. The cave is warm and welcoming. There are flower petals scattered on the ground and little jars of loose sea lights in every corner. Trixie is stretched out on a rock as though she hasn't moved. Hello, you. A long time no see. Hello, Humi. I wondered when you'd show up. As soon as you invited me, actually. She ignores me and indicates a jar of amber liquid. Help yourself. She's in one of those moods, so I take a sip of the mana juice and make a note to go easy on it this time, remembering how potent it is. So, how's Trix? Great. You've not been around for a few days. She doesn't respond. I thought you were avoiding me. I force a laugh, but now I'm beginning to think I was right. Have I upset you, Trixie? Well, in a way, I suppose you have. Oh, I was kidding, but tell me, what did I... She cuts across me. I don't mean to be rude, but would you mind just shutting up and letting me talk for a while? Oh, of course. I'm a little anxious about what's coming, but I do as I'm told and sit in silence. Life. She pauses and smiles. I'm not sure if I should respond, so I just smile back. Life is great and all, but sometimes it's not quite as great as you try to pretend it is. You get so used to making the best of it that you stop being aware that it's only silver, or sometimes even bronze. I mean, nothing to complain about, but then something happens that is so golden, so platinum plated, rose gold that the fabulousity of it catches you up like a twister and turns everything upside down and inside out, so that you're flying and dancing against your will. You're powerless and powerful, and silver will never be good enough again. Do you know what I mean? I've been high before. In game. I've never been high in real life. I open my mouth, but she plows on without waiting for an answer. I feel it now, the fizzing in my tummy, the fluttering of my heart. I am champagne, popping and sparkling, lightheaded and silly. Am I silly? I feel very certain, and not silly at all, but I can't stop giggling and my eyes are weepy all the time. I know what I want in my heart, but I can't connect it to my head. I feel happy. Truly happy. Not before happy, which wasn't really like being happy at all, but 24 karat happy, and nothing less will do. There's a long pause, and I look down and see that my glass is empty, and suddenly I feel a bit woozy. Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say. Your turn. Oh, I'm not very good at speeches, and I don't think I can match yours. Johnny. This face, dude. A simple answer will do. Soulmates don't come along every day, Humi. We have a chance here to take a leap and see where the adventure takes us, or forever wonder what we missed. We're going to take the leap. Of course I'm in. Together forever, let the adventures begin. And Trixie and I began to laugh until we're rolling around on the ground, so that anyone who saw us would think we were a couple of crazy, intoxicated cats. Achievement! Successfully romanced Trixie. Alright, and then we've got the last bit of research for this chapter. Research 10. Today is the day Mr. Bumble gets the all clear. He's a tough old boy, and I'm looking forward to giving him a cuddle, but I hate the fact that it's called a turn for the worst. The professor lifts the flap of my tent and pokes his head inside. Johnny, may I have a word? Of course, sir. He lets the flap fall shut. I'm not sure what time it is, but it's still dark in my little shelter. I quickly pull my lab coat on over my pajamas and make my way outside to find the professor staring out to sea. Is something wrong, Professor? No, well, yes, I suppose something is wrong. Your Mr. Bumble is getting worse, Johnny. He's taken a turn in the night. Oh my goodness, but he was doing so well. I was going to recommend we release him this week. With older cats, this can be expected. A sudden relapse is common and they become overwhelmed so quickly. I can't believe it. Is it something I did or didn't do? Did I miss something? No, Johnny. I trust that you have done your absolute best for him, my dear, but I'm afraid he's in a lot of discomfort now. His words cut like a knife. The thought of any animal being in pain is heartbreaking, but I've grown very attached to Mr. Bumble in the time I've been caring for him. We do a lot of good on this island, Johnny, and it can truly be a joy to live with these beautiful animals and ensure that they are well and happy. But we also have to do a lot of things that we don't want to do. Unpleasant things, you understand? Though we always have the best interests of the cats in mind. I feel I know what's coming, but I hope I'm wrong. Mr. Bumble may live for a while yet, Johnny, but his every waking moment will be full of pain and suffering. It's times like these we must think about what is best for our subjects. The professor takes a deep breath. Mr. Bundle will have to be euthanized, my dear. There's no two ways about that, but I thought it may be nicer for him if you were the one to do it. You could say your goodbyes, stroke him and make him as comfortable as he can be, and then take away his pain with one quick injection of catamine. I'm frozen. I don't want to answer. You don't have to agree, but I wanted to give you the choice. He'll be euthanized tonight either way. Would you like to be there? We are going to do our best for Mr. Bumble, and we'll be the one to do it. I think I should be the one to put Mr. Bumble to sleep. I know it's painful, but I think you made the right decision, my dear. Let's get this over with as quickly as possible. Mr. Bumble is curled up in his crate. I'm taken aback by how well he looks. I had braced myself for a different picture entirely. I am grateful that he doesn't look as sick as he is. Would you like me to prepare the syringe for you while you say your goodbyes? I nod. I can't muster any words. The professor begins preparing the lethal injection. I take this moment to comfort Mr. Bumble through the bars of his crate. I'm worried that if I pick him up, I'll never be able to let him go. I talk to him quietly, even though he can't understand what I'm saying. I hope my voice will be a comfort to him. I'm full of... Press X for doubt. I'm so not trusting this asshole. It's okay, my friend. Nothing bad will happen to you. You can't say that, Johnny. We've seen too many bad things happen. Liar! I'm surprised to hear the familiar voice of Trixie coming from the shadows in the corner of the lab. I can't believe this. I trusted you. I cough away the sob in my throat. I can't answer Trixie without raising suspicion. I defended you when the people called you a traitor. I believed in you, but you're just like him, aren't you? There's nothing wrong with that cat. Mr. Bumble is as healthy as I am. You've been unwell for a while, haven't you, Mr. Bumble? And it's getting worse every day. It's time to do the kindest thing possible for you, even though it breaks my heart. I hope Trixie understands that I'm talking to her. She scoffs. He's fooled you too. I thought you were smarter than that. Can't you see what's going on here? The professor turns to me glumly and places the tray of supplies on the table next to the crate. The injection is ready if you finish saying your goodbyes. I hesitate, feeling the professor's shrewd eyes on me. I can't watch this. I see Trixie's shadow slink out of the tent. I think delaying things any longer will only make the situation more distressing. I need some time alone. I want to be able to smuggle him out. I don't know if that is going to be what I can do. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, I'm gonna ask for some time alone. That's what I want to do. I'm sorry, Professor, but could I have a few moments alone with Bumble? I'd like to brush his coat one last time. Certainly, my dear. I'll leave you to finish the procedure and no need to report back to me tonight. Just head back to your tent and I'll talk to you in the morning. Message me if you have any problems. The professor pokes a finger into Mr. Bubble's crate and whispers a few words that are just out of my earshot. He squeezes my shoulder paternally. I knew I don't have a father in real life. Dislike this father figure in this game. Before leaving the lab, he left the lab. I immediately open the crate and hold the cat protectively to my chest. You're staying with me, boy. I whisper the words into his ear. Something in my gut tells me that the professor is listening outside the lab. We can't leave through the main entrance. We need to find another way out. My mind races wildly. I stroke the large cat with my free hand. His rhythmic purring helps me concentrate better. I suddenly see an image of Trixie in my mind's eye. Where did she go? How did she get out? I search every corner of the tent for an opening or a broken stake in the ground. Finally, I find a tear in the fabric behind some of the cages, and I'm able to squeeze through it with Mr. Bumble in my vice-like grip. My body switches to autopilot and takes me to the only place I can think to go, Trixie's cave. The cave is unusually dark and cold. She must be out. I write a short note explaining that I couldn't go through with the euthanasia and that I'll be back at the lab covering my tracks tonight. I use one of her minerals, Floofy Butt, as a paperweight and make sure Mr. Bumbles is settled and sleeping before I make my way back to the tent. There we go, I saved him. It's what I wanted to do. I come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning, I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now, it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who would see it? But this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm going to hide out for a while and see what happens. Meow. Oh, look how cute we look. It's rather sad that so far all the girls have been white cats, but the boys have had different cat looks. I'm exhausted. Can we stop for a second to catch our breath? You're an old cat. We've only been dancing for an hour. You dance, I'll watch. She giggles and dances while I recline against a rock in the evening sun. Cooler, but still deliciously warm. How did I get to be so lucky? I look back to when I thought having the virus was the worst thing imaginable. It makes me smile. The day I decided to throw in the towel and allow myself to become a cat was the first day of a life beyond my wildest dreams. Why would anyone want an antidote? Being a cat is amazing. Being with Trixie is even better. I lazily stretch and fall into a nap. Trixie settles beside me and the two of us curled up. Our bliss is only briefly disturbed by the familiar sound of the ferry arriving at the pier. It seems my replacement has already arrived. They'll never look here though. We know exactly where to stay safe. I wonder if they'll be as fortunate as me. Alright, chapter 5 completed. We are in a relationship with Trixie. Achieved the ending written in the stars. I'm so annoyed that I didn't romance Floofy Butt properly. Alright. Let's have a look. And finally, this lovely lady. We're going to name them... Let's name them YT. YT was in chat just before. I'm terrible with names, so it's easy just to pick from the list. I step off the boat onto Cat Island. I'm full of anticipation about what my first day will bring. 8 hours, 1 journal, and a wild cat chase later. So apparently this first day brings physical assault and the biggest trauma of my life. Oh, you and Johnny sharing. Hey! Oh, is it awake? Human, we need to talk to you. Save it, I know how this goes, fluffy bum, blah blah, catification, blah blah, evasive answers, blah blah, antidote, and basically you need my help. Did I miss anything? Right after you woke up. Yes, YT, welcome in. I'll try to do my best for you in regards to your romance. Hello, Rattus, did you win? Did you win your latest game of Hearthstone? No, not really. Wow. You really did read that journal from front to back, didn't you? Front to back. Yes, are you going to help us or not? Yep, help you guys. Fine, I'll help. Whatever. See you after my day job. It's kind of funny since YT is African American slang for Whitney. Is it? I did not know that. You're gonna go back to sleep though? I gotta get better so you can stream this weekend. Good luck. Please have a wonderful night's rest. Again, YT. Feel better soon. We don't get to see Cat Johnny. I came in third, which is technically a win at Battlegrounds. Okay, win's a win, but alas, not first. Eventually, I return to the camp, feeling a bit less grumpy. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when the catalog beeps. A message without any contact information. Don't give the game away. Thanks, buddy. Who the hell? Someone needs to take that phone away from Mason Marigold. The rest of the day is uneventful, just working in the lab with the professor. Hello, Faye. How are we doing? It's good to see you. I cannot wait to start unpicking this mystery. I suppose the cats are my starting point. They must know more than they're letting on. I intend to get to the heart of each of them to see what secrets they may hold. Come on, it's time for me to romance. Pretty kitty. Here we go, it's Ravenpaw. Ravenpaw's health has made some heartening improvements lately, so much so that the professor and I decided she didn't need to be in isolation anymore and could be moved to the lab for further treatment. As I prepare the salve in my pestle and mortar, I'm distracted by a tiny plaintive sound. I turn around and Ravenpaw is curled up in her cage, motionless. As I resume my work, there it is again, and I realize she's humming. Is that you? I thought you were asleep. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was humming out loud. What is that tune? Oh, it's just the song my mum used to sing for me. I hum it sometimes to get to sleep. It sounds lovely. Maybe if you taught it to me, I could sing it to you when you're feeling poorly? Ravenpaw frowns at me and buries her face under her paw. Can't sing. I disagree. I bet you have a lovely voice. No. Put more tools down and go over to her. Well, maybe you would like to listen to this. You would like to listen to some songs instead. I believe this has a music library. I take the catalog from my lab coat pocket. Let me see. How do I work this thing? I haven't used this function before. I fumble with the option until a song called Summertime begins to play. How about this? What is that? It's by Soft Summer. Do you like it? It's catchy, right? It's making me want to claw my eyeballs out of my skull. Sorry, I thought I'll let you guys experience the song for a second. Let's turn this off then, shall we? I frantically fiddle about with the catalogue until the music stops. I think my ears might actually be bleeding. Oh gosh, I'll get my otoscope and get some cotton buds. No, not literally, you donkey. Oh right, of course, you're making fun of me. I've never seen Ravenpaw be so open. It's great that she's inching out of her shell, but I'm not sure how best to react. Well, I think I can download more music onto this thing. What would you like to listen to? It's okay. You don't need to waste your data on me. It's not a waste if it will make you happy, Ray. Go on, you must have a favourite band. Ravenpaw goes quiet, lost in thought, until finally she mumbles her response. The Mad Catters, high tea. Oh, that sounds great. I don't want to seem uncool by admitting that I've never heard of the Mad Catters, let alone any of their songs, so I give her a knowing nod and start searching the music app. She likes rock. Will be agreeable. Wow. Sorry. Oh, wow. This is loud. Yeah, great, isn't it? Oh, yes. Very loud. You said that already. I know. I'm just really struck by the loudness. You like this band then? Absolutely. They're in my top 5 favorite. They're in my top 5 favorite bands. Whoa, cool. What's your favorite Mad Catter song? Let's put it on next. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's the one that goes. In panic, I do my best impression of the guttural scream that's playing over and over. Ravenpaw's face lights up. Good choice, that's one of my favorites too. What other Yal bands do you like? Oh, that's such a difficult question. There are so many good ones, I simply couldn't choose. Have you heard Caustic? Oh, yeah, I think so. I'm becoming more and more uncomfortable. Why didn't I just tell the truth? I wanted Raven to like me, but I can't keep this up. If I tell her now, it'll break the little bit of trust she's put in me today. Also, she's gonna think I'm a total loser. Their song Dogfight is freak. YT no likey. I feel like I should have been them yourself and be like, it's not my thing, but like it's cool. I just didn't want to upset Ravenpaw because she's been through so much. I have to style this out and end it as quickly as possible. Oh goodness, where does the time go? I need to get back to the lab. This is the lab. Yes, the lad. I meant to say the lad. I have to go and check on Zane about something. You call him a lad? Lie upon lie, I need to leave. It's a joke, really. I'm now officially speaking gibberish. You're weird. You have no idea. I throw a nervous laugh over my shoulder and make a note to self. Do not lie to Ravenpaw. Just as I'm about to exit, I hear the small cat speak. Wait, You said you would sing to me? I feel myself go cold and self-consciousness engulfs me, but I try my hardest not to show it. Well, yes, if you would like. If you really want to, I suppose I wouldn't mind. I clear my throat and feel myself begin to blush. So, what shall I sing? Any favourites? I don't know. What did your mum used to sing to you? Oh, crikey! She used to sing a lot of things, but I don't know if I can remember any of them. Let me think. Oh, I know. Bounce, little baby, on my knee, soft and pink and chubby. When you wake, you'll have your tea and a bath so you're not grubby. YT, your mum's weird. Dream, little baby, on my lap, hap, 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 happy. Here is a kiss for your sweet nose, and now I'll change your nappy. As I sing, I notice Ravenpaw visibly relax. She's stretched out a bit, and I realize it's the first time I've seen her uncurl herself. Although there's plenty of room in her crate, she's always a tight little ball of fur in the corner. Beautiful singing, it's like I'm a kid again. I cannot sing. When I finish singing, she opens one eye. That was traumatic. You should probably get back to your work now. Rude! Ravenpaw makes a small squeaky sound I've not heard her make before. Are you okay? Yes. She's laughing. And so are you. Very cute. Alright, it's research time. Alright, so we've got research 15. It's time to release some of the kittens that we've been holding. I'll be sad to see the little ones go. We get to see if what happens to the kittens. Research 14, it's my day off. Time to get out there and enjoy the sunshine. No, we're gonna go for the kittens. Interesting, there's extra research, but we can only do 3 per. I feel like I'm buried under a mountain of samples that need to be sorted and logged. Some days are like this. My back and neck are beginning to seize up, so I decide it's time to step out and stretch my legs for a few minutes. Ravenpaw may be a better friend than a love interest. Why, T? Are you saying you don't love her? I hear the mewling of kittens as soon as I'm out of the tent and follow the sound. Sure enough, Professor Purrfect and Mrs. Marigold are at the large kitten crate. They seem to be lifting them from their crate into a transporter cage. Ah, YT, have you finished all that work already? You really are a marvel. Actually, I'm not even halfway through. I was just taking a quick break. What are you two doing? No good relationship starts with lies. That's fair, YT. I didn't mean to doom your relationship with Ravenpaw. Time to be pushed from the nest, so to speak. Oh, already? I thought it wouldn't be until next week, at least. Some are faring so well, it would be cruel to keep them incarcerated. They have plenty of protection out there. It is a very safe island for the most part. Some, Professor? Who's staying? Just a couple, I think. This chap for certain. He picks up the plump grey male that Trixie insisted we tag. He looks a picture of health to me. I don't understand. It's okay, there's plenty of cats on the island, but how many do you want to date? Really? He looks so well. Quite advanced, too. Yes, how deceiving looks can be sometimes. I feel a moment of tension in the air, and I could swear I saw a look pass between the Professor and Mrs. Marigold. May I ask what's wrong with him, Professor? Yes, of course, YT. An inquiring mind is to be encouraged, but alas, an overworked mind is no good to anyone, so I'll go through it with you another time when you have less on your plate. All of them at once? Some of them are already in relationships, YT. But we'll see what I can do. I stand for a moment like an idiot before I realize I've been dismissed. Oh yes, I really ought to get back to my cataloguing. As I reluctantly make my way back to my mountain of work, I can't help but feel uncomfortable. I'll be keeping a close eye on that little furball. We've got research 17 unlocked. Alright, so that'll be maybe all 3 that we have. Redeem hydrate, thank you so much. Okie dokie. Recon time. Thanks, YT, for the hydrate. I really did need it. Mr. Marigold knows something that I don't. I need to follow him and find out exactly what it might be. I have a feeling I won't like it, though. This is getting so sad. I didn't expect this game to be so dark, but a lot of visual novel dating games have like darkness to them. I know that Hatterful Boyfriend has a dark twist to it. The pigeon dating sim that I want to play. Excuse me. You wish you could drink so deeply right now you have to sip? Sipping can be good too, but when you're feeling so dehydrated, all you want to do is just slurp up that liquid. What a sentence I just said. Don't clip that. Today is my day off and I'm trying to stay out of sight. The professor doesn't like me being around camp on my downtime. I don't know why, but he's always pushing me off to explore. I feel he wants time without me around to get on with things he'd rather I didn't see. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but he definitely seems shifty to me. Yeah, the professor is freaking shifty. So today I have a plan. It means I have to hang around until Mr. Marigold does his mid-morning errands, and I'm trying not to be seen. I don't have too long to wait. He's like clockwork. Every day at this time, he leaves the camp carrying a large bag and doesn't return until an hour later. I have offered to help him a couple of times, but I'm always met with stonewalling. This is the day when I find out what he's up to. I let him get a bit of a head start and then I begin to follow. I try to use my new catification properties to my best advantage. Stealth, nimbleness, agility. I'm so much fitter than when I arrived on this island. My eyesight and hearing are fantastic. He's headed into the forest as I suspected he would. This makes it so much easier for me to go unnoticed. We travel for about 10 minutes at a good pace into the densest part of the wooded area. Finally, he stopped up ahead and I can see a type of shack covered in creepers and ivy that make great camouflage. You really wouldn't notice this place from any kind of distance. Outside the hut, he bends down. I think he's picking something up and then he disappears inside. I bide my time finding a good out-of-the-way hiding place. After a short while, he re-emerges and bends down again, then straightens up before setting off the way he came. When I'm satisfied he's not going to return, I gingerly make my way to the shack. Up close, I can see it's a sturdier structure than I thought, and the door is locked. I bend down as he did and start looking for a key. It's pretty obvious. There's a large flat stone in front of me. I lift it a little and slide my finger under the edge and I feel it instantly. Thanks, buddy. I did the salute thing. You can't see me. PNG tuber. But I did it. I put the key in the lock and take a deep breath. Unsure of what I'll find in here, I open the door. It's dark. There are no windows, just a small skylight letting in enough light to see that there are lamps, obviously powered by solar panels on the roof. I turn one on. It takes me a moment to understand what I'm looking at. It's dirty and dingy. There are shelves along two of the walls that have cages, and the cages are housing cats. There is an eerie silence. None of the cats are making a sound. I go up to one of the cages to check if they're even alive. Hello, kitty? There is a small cat that I would judge to be between 10 to 14 weeks old. Its eyes are open but vacant, as though it doesn't see me. I go to the next cage. Another youngster, and another. My stomach lurches as I realize that these are the kittens from camp that had been released. No, what are they doing to you? Why are you in here? I turn to the other wall and I'm struck dumb by what I see. More small cats, but in different stages of distress. Oh my god. One has an eye bandage, the other eye is weeping with pus. Another has most of the fur on its back shaved, where there is an open sore. Another has a bandaged leg, too short as though its paw has been amputated. I begin sweating. Breathing is difficult. I need to get out. I stumble towards the door and fall to my knees outside. I gulp in the cool air and try to focus my thoughts. This is the strongest proof so far that there are secret tests being carried out on the cats. the test that Professor Pawpaw doesn't want me to know about. Are they all in on it? The marigolds are, obviously, but what about Zane? Do I dare mention it to anyone? I need more info first. When I've gathered myself sufficiently, I re-enter this held house and try to find some paperwork, anything that might explain what's going on here. I look through the drawers of the filing cabinet in the corner and pull out some of the folders. I switch on another lamp and sit on the floor and begin reading. They're experiments, obviously, but for what? The data suggests that a large number of chemical substances have been tested on the subjects. Instead of the usual catalogue of blood and tissue samples tested to evaluate the cats, the data is all related to the chemical compounds. They're what's being tested. Some of the records go way back. Years of data. As I put the papers back, I see the waste products bin. I removed the lid and it's almost entirely full of ketamine bottles. That's why there's no sound. These animals are drugged out of all lucidity. I don't know if you can hear me or even if you understand me, but I'm making a promise to you all that I will get to the bottom of this and I will help you. Whatever it takes, you will be well and free again. Hold tight, kittens. I will be back. I feel terrible leaving them there, but I know it will be foolish to arouse suspicion until I know what I'm dealing with. I make my way back to camp with a heavy heart, but with fierce determination. Alright, I'm going to have a quick walk around, a quick break. Delilah is fine. Thank goodness. We had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. That's what YT needs to go do. Go to sleep, sweetie. Alright, romance time. With little Ravenpaw. In the lowest drawer, right at the back. No, I can't find it, Ray. You're sure it wasn't in the cupboard? No, it's there. Keep reaching. It might have slipped down the back. You're joking, right? My hand can't squeeze. Oh, hang on. I find something nestled just under the bottom of the drawer. But you're so engulfed in the cats. Oh, but you need to rest. I think I've got it. If I could just... I try inching it out up the space behind the drawer, but it keeps slipping. Just take the drawer right out. It won't come out. Something is jamming it. Well, give it a yank. Ray, it doesn't work like that. I don't want to break the cabinet. Wait, if I try... I feel around the side walls of the cabinet for any blockages, and my hand finds a cold protrusion. Ah, I think I found the perpetrator. I wiggle the offending item loose and pull my hand out to inspect what it is. To my surprise, it's a bottle of nail polish in a muted dusty pink colour. I decide not to ponder why exactly there is a bottle of nail polish stashed away in the lab, and focus instead on the task at hand. The drawer slides out with ease now, and I'm able to retrieve the book. Thoughts in Verse by L. Rutherford? Who is L. Rutherford? Ravenpaw casts her eyes down at her forepaws. One of the research assistants before you found this book somewhere along the beach. She used to read me some of the poems. We never worked out who the author was, but we think they probably came from the shipwreck. This is the first time that I've considered that other humans on the island may have had their own relationships with my cats. I don't like to think about it, but I'm not sure why. All paws! Yeah! I flick through the little brown book. The writing is very faint, but still clear enough to read. About half of the pages are filled with neat words written in ink, then suddenly, it's blank. He didn't finish it, I suppose. I like the one on page 3. It's really dark. This is a little emo cat. Ravenpaw seems more lively than usual today. I hope that means she's getting better, or at least getting used to me. When darkness advances and silence makes its retreat, the sound of begin where beach and forest meet. Yelling and hissing and awful cries, like stars in the blackness, the thousands of eyes. The sea's fierce temper seems kinder than here, this hell full of danger and hardship and fear. There's a long pause. I wonder what it means. Are you backward? Well, I know it's describing the island, but I wonder what happened to the author. It sounds rather distressing. Rather distressing? You humans can be so exhaustingly repressed sometimes. Just think about it. Imagine this island, before the clumsy humans cut a way through it and claimed it for science, before your cozy tents and generators and protective gear. All that time ago, mysterious and overgrown, terrifying branches twisting up in the blackness, like monstrous golems. The yowling of unidentified animals endlessly boring into your brain through the nights, making sleep impossible. No friendly little brook to bathe in, nothing to soothe the gnawing pain of starvation. The filthy baking heat of the day, the relentless... my alerts didn't go off. Hello? Where was I? The filthy baking heat of the day, the relentless cold of the long night, the slow dawning realization that there's no escape. This is where the journey ends. This is the final destination. Hell on earth. It's obvious that Ravenpaw has thought about this poem a lot. I feel bad for being so insensitive and human. It must have been horrific. Yes. You really put yourself in their shoes as though you were there. I admire that. How else are you going to understand? I'm a scientist. I'm trained to stand back and observe, be impartial. But if you keep a distance, you'll miss the detail. Oh, I don't. It's all about proximity as much as location. Sometimes I have to get up very close, even microscopically close, but I'm still on the outside looking in. I see the finest of details, but I don't think that's what you're talking about, is it, Ray? You mean getting inside to the heart of it? Yes, I suppose so. It's the hue or innuendo, the essence of something that defines what it is. That's not always obvious from the outside. Well, it's very obvious in this poem. I wonder why I wanted to shy away from it. I'm not brave like you. Are you kidding or fishing for compliments, maybe? I feel my face get hot. I wasn't. I'm playing. You have plenty of courage. You came here to this island. Not everyone would. You've held up well under very difficult conditions. Then there's the whole roar, cat monster, roar thing. I'm taken aback by her sudden impression and it makes me laugh. How's that going, by the way? I shrug my shoulders. Sometimes, if I make a little progress on the antidote, I feel really fine with it. But if something I'm trying fails or progress slows down, I have a sleepless night, making myself sick with worry. Then there are times when I forget about it altogether. How can I complain when I see what you guys have had to deal with? We're silent for a moment. It's not uncomfortable. Eventually, it's Ray who breaks it. Oh, go on then. What? I know you're just dying to read a funny one. Not really, but there is this little limerick that I thought was hilarious. She rolls her big eyes and smiles. Okay, here goes. There was a young deck swab named Davy whose hair was exceptionally waving. I asked him, "Tell pray, what's got it that way?" Oh, I can't read. He answered, "'Tis drinking me gravy." She cannot help but laugh at the awfulness of it, and we both keep laughing until we have tears in our eyes. I suppose I ought to be making tracks. Okay, but would you just read me the lullaby one as I fall asleep, please? Yes, I like that one too. I lay out here and watch the stars, and all the world comes clear to me. The patterns soothe my battle scars. They show I'm where I'm meant to be. And while the sea is kind to me and rocks me in my slumber, and all the stars, the nears and fars, overwhelm me with their number. I think of you, the brightest star, lost so young, gone so far. And when my final day is done, I'll follow to the place you've gone. Then back together, you and I will brighten up another sky. I look down at the softly snoring cat. She looks so peaceful. Alright, research. So I've got research 14, day off, warning signs. Let's do warning sign. Ugh, what time is it? Is that the catalogue going off? I feel like I should have probably had the break, but we'll see. I am awoken by the sound of my catalogue receiving a message. I squint under my pillow to see Mr. Marigold's name light up the screen. His text is still rather cryptic. I wonder if he knows I figured out that he is a mysterious messenger. I decide not to tell him for the foreseeable future. The day off? I know I should have done the day off, but I got to figure out this thing. Those three small little kittens are so small and helpless. I don't think they would stand a chance without you to protect them. Keep a watchful eye, cat nanny. Mr. Cookie Warlock, how you doing? Ain't no rest for the wicked? Not for us. We gotta figure out this sinister plot on this island. He's referring to the three kittens that Professor Pawpaw decided to hold back when he let the others back into the wild. The wild. You can't see my quotation fingers, but they're there. Why would Mr. Marigold be interested in the kittens? Either way, I have learned to take these messages seriously, so I'll make a note to check on them in my lunch break today to make sure everything's all right. Oh, YT, I'm sorry you don't get a lunch break either. Oh, hi Cookie, how you doing? I love your little kitty emote there. Hi. I decided to take my lunch to the lab. Mrs. Marigold let me make a sandwich out of some leftover ham from last night's meal. Hello, my lovelies. Here you are. 1, 2, 3, all snoring peacefully. Why are they snoring? I feel relieved and a little foolish for worrying. I suppress a childish giggle and open one of the cages to give the tagged kitty a cuddle. Hello, Sleepy Pants. I carefully stroke him with my finger as he continues to snooze in my hand. Oh, what's this? My finger runs over a little rough lump on the back of his neck, which elicits a small squeal from the plump grey kitten. You two like your emotes? Oh, you have to, they're so cute. They're adorable. My heart stops in my chest and I quickly move him to the examination table. I gently blow his soft fur out of the way and catch a glimpse of a bright red gash between his shoulder blades. He was too young to be tagged. It got infected. How goes the dating? So far, we have successfully dated 4 out of the 6 cats. We are on to our last cat right now. And I think we're going to be able to succeed with Ravenpaw. The mystery of the island, though, it's making me very, very worried. So I am gonna put a warning. I need to warn people who come into stream that we're going to this real sad part of the game, and yeah. With trembling hands, I reach my catalogue to scan his tag so I can erase the information before removing the chip. Cat, scan failed. No tag found. I try again. Scan failed. No tag found. they found the tag that we put in. Alright, time for some recon. What an interesting emote. Is that a dog? Shaking its booty? Okay, recon 12. I'm off exploring the island today with Kibbles and a certain charming Irishman. Irish cat? McMurphy! It's a beautiful day. The sun isn't too hot, which is lucky as I'm going walking with Kibbles and McMurphy. They've been excited to show me something for the past week, but this is the first proper break I've had. We're heading further into the forest than I've been before. Hi team. So where exactly are we going, chaps? No idea. Kara, I'm following Kibbles. Huh? I was just following YT. But you're both in front of me. How could I have been leading? How could I have been leading? Don't trouble yourself, Kara. We're not in any rush today. Just as I'm about to reply, something catches my eye. I instinctively move towards it. From this distance, it looks like black swaths have been cut into the ground. Guys, what's this? Where's Johnny Cat? I don't know where Johnny Cat is. Probably hiding in Trixie's cave. Kibbles and McMurphy, who've already wandered some way off, rejoin me, and the three of us stand looking at what appears to be some kind of runaway. Skidbox! Yeah, he's Johnny Cat is hanging out with Mr. Bumble, and they're having a great time. Ah, of course, I thought it was a runaway, but you're right. Well, come on, mi amigos, where's your sense of adventure? McMurphy has already disappeared into the thick overgrowth that is shrouding whatever it is that the marks lead to. Ooh! Kibbles and I follow the sound of McMurphy's voice and find ourselves in a small clearing. My goodness! Wow, is that a fighter? We're looking at the wreckage of a crashed two-man biplane. Most of it is covered with vines and other forest growth, but the front half at least seems to be mostly intact. Sure, what if he got captured? Oh, he wouldn't. Don't worry. The research assistant can't seem to be quite smart until like it's been ages and then they forget. Looks like it's been here some considerable time. Strange how we've never come across it before, eh, Kibbles? Oh, Kibs? Nothing about this island surprises me anymore. Well, maybe we'll see some dead guys. Murph, help me out. McMurphy is silent. He has something in his jaws that appears to be caught in the broken propeller and is pulling on it. It looks like some kind of rag. McMurphy? What is that? Oh, hello, Raiders. Hi. Welcome in, Jason and Jason's stream. How you doing? You're playing Space Quest 2, Vohall's Revenge. Please tell me everything about this game. Everyone's panicking. Welcome, Cozy Gamers. Jason on air is here to wrap us up in a warm blanket of RPGs and Souls-like. This half-deaf, queer-friendly streamer creates a safe space. Oh my goodness. To chill and connect. From text adventures to farming sims, Jason's variety streams are as comforting as a hot cocoa. Don't forget your mops and snacks, everybody. Why are they bringing mops? Serena, how are you guys doing? It's so good to see you. Please, everybody, follow the lovely Jason, because he is a lovely friend of the stream who pops in actually quite often nowadays. It's been quite lovely. But please do follow him. Oh wow, I don't know what happened to the copy paste on mobile. It's being weird. It's okay. I know what it means. Hello there, doing good. It's a text-based adventure game where you're a janitor thrust into galaxy-saving situations. Things like look around, grab object and rub berries on stuff. Oh, so it's like the classic point and click adventure games. Awesome. Reading and running but lurking. Full lunar eclipse, so you gotta check it out. I heard that there's an amazing moon out for people in like in the northern hemisphere. So yes, go check it out. Thank you so much for raiding in. Thank you very much for the lurk. I am gonna give Febreze a shout out. Febreze is also a friend of the stream, and we love her. She plays a whole bunch of different games. So if you like that type of thing, please give Febreze some love so she comes back. Point and click. Oh, okay, so it's like full text-based. Wow. But later games in the series will be full point and click. That's awesome. It looks really cool. It's almost complete, but it was too cold and you can't. Oh, Z. You got some cool photos though. Oh, jealous. I need to, if you post them on Insta, I'll have to have a look at them. Alright, Febreze Daddy is here to wrap you in warm fuzzy blankets of chaos and coziness. They're all about that no backseat gaming life, creating a safe space for everyone to chill and have fun. Grab your favorite mug, pour yourself something warm, and settle in for some autumnal gaming vibes. That is a good description of Fer. You're too sick to look at the moon? Please do take medicine if you can, YT, and then go back to bed, please. Like Zork? I never heard of Zork. You're gonna lurk for the moon things, Jason. No worries, take your time. Do any other post-stream stuff that you gotta do as well, like snack. You tried to play one of them, but your slang was too strong and didn't understand what I was trying to do. Oh, but your slang was too strong, so I didn't understand what you're trying to do. Yeah, that would be very difficult because the way we speak and the phrases that we use these days are so different, or can be so different to phrases and words that they used back in the day. So yeah, culturally it would be a bit different. You'll post on your Instagram, the good ones on your Instagram story, I'll be there. Exactly, and your brain. Got to compete with the brains. Our brains are different. I don't know where I was going with that. No way. Okay, YT. Disobeying me and my orders for you to go to sleep. What am I going to do with you? Your brain was too stubborn to speak proper ye old English. That's fair. That is fair. Alright, what is that? McMurphy has freed the cloth and is now sitting with it, hanging from his mouth. He is silent and still as though lost in thought. Oh, McMurphy, is this your plane? What's up, Murph? What's with the manky scarf? I can see it now. It is a scarf, old and filthy. But it looks like it was once the type of white scarf a pilot would have worn. You okay, McMurphy? What's that, Cutter? He's barely present. The scarf, is it important? I'm not sure. Stop being weird, Murph. Kips, shush. It feels like something I should know or remember. Remember? Have you seen it before? Maybe a long time ago, before here. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Before I came here, Kara, you don't think I was born on this island, do you? Well, you might as well have been, considering how little you remember from before. It's all going, Granddad. Fading away to oblivion. Kibbles' banter seems to have brought McMurphy back from whatever he was dreaming about, and I'm relieved to see the twinkle return to his eye. Could any of these cats have been people? A lot of them could have been, YT. The ones that are not people are what they call the elder cats. The ones that scratched us and gave us the catification. They are the ones that people think are not. Have never been people. But the ones that we can talk to, it seems like those could have been people. And have been catified. Okay then, Mr. Smarty Pants, then how did you get here? It's not a very interesting story. I don't want to bore anyone. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, Kara, let's go. McMurphy and Kibbles head back the way we came. I stand stunned for a second, watching them go. Guys? But they've lost interest. They've already moved on. I look back at the wreckage and realize there's nothing I can do here on my own. I have to come back at some point with Floofy Butt. It's exactly the sort of thing he would love to help me investigate. Alright guys, there's an ad coming up, so I'm gonna take a quick break. I hope you guys had a wonderful break. I once again patted my cat. I feel like this game is making me sad, and I'm like, I need to pat my cat. just to feel a bit better about myself. Alright guys, we're resting up to continue romancing. So 2 romances and a recon. We've got this. I think. Hi, pretty kitty. Trust me, I won't let anything harm you. I've come prepared. Ravenpaw's eyes the basket suspiciously, and I realize it looks to her like a cage. Okay, let's rethink this. How about I carry you in my arms? Like a baby? Yes. No, like a princess. Princess, really? Ravenpaw shoots me a withering look. Well, you know what I mean, right? I can hold this pillow like so, and you can relax on top of it and survey your kingdom. You're really bad at reading people, aren't you? I'm not one of these gullible domestic cats like Fruity Cootie or whatever. Fruity Cootie. Or whatever her name is. If I leave this lab, I want to do it with some dignity, human. She is shitting on Snooty Booty. You wonder why you don't get ads? You could have maybe an ad blocker? Or you're just special? Yes, of course, I'm sorry. Maybe it was a bad idea to try this today. Let's do it tomorrow. Oh, come on, Ray. You were so excited about this earlier. Don't give up now. Well, that was then, and this is now. I'm too tired anyway. You're always tired. That is part of the problem. We have to start somewhere, right? Or else you'll never get strong again. Yeah, but what if we see other cats? What if we do? Look, I'll be with you. No matter who we see, you won't have to deal with anyone on your own. You must be special because you don't do ad blockers? Yeah, maybe you're just special. Anyone who do you think we'll see? No one. But you said no matter who we see, so you think we'll see someone. No, Ravenpaw, stop this. You have to go out sometime. Why not now? I don't know, Ravenpaw looks so sad and tiny that I decide not to push her anymore. Okay, don't worry, we'll try again tomorrow, okay? No, let's do it. Oh wow, really? The cat that just seconds ago looked so helpless suddenly looks fiercely determined. Yes, but if you hurt me, human... Oh, okay, I will kill myself just so I can come back and haunt you for the rest of your short, miserable life. What a freaking sentence! I suppress a laugh. I understand. I'm just going to lift you now, okay? She's so light, I'm shocked, but I don't show it. I can feel the tremble of her frail body through the makeshift cushion. We decided a folded blanket would be best so we can use it for other things when we find our spot. Welcome back, Jason! You've returned for a bit? It is cold outside, but the moon is doing moon things. Awesome! Good job, Moon! And welcome back. Suddenly, Ravenpaw takes a sharp breath. I freeze. What's wrong? It's the air. We're right by the water, aren't we? I can smell the change. She laughs. I'm struck by how much this cat has come since I stopped her treatment. Only a week ago, she had no sense of smell. It's good, right? Yes, human, it's good. She inhales deeply. It's very good. Would you like to sit down here for a while? We're still close to the compound. No. Go on a little further. I want to see it. Take me to the sea. We walk for a short while longer until I find a small collection of rocks that look like a good resting spot. This looks like somewhere Trixie would like. Yeah, she's always drawn to rocks, minerals. I miss her. You were friends? Yes, when we were little. Don't tell me you guys were sisters. Do you want some water? A little snack? I take the picnic out of my backpack, and as I arrange it on the blanket, I decide to gently press her. So, how come you were locked up and Trixie wasn't? I was never really free. I was part of the breeding program. My mother was bred with one of the elder cats. As you see, us kittens are tagged and set free at 12 weeks. Except we're not. Not all of us anyway. But I've helped to release the kittens myself. Yeah, sure. What, you actually let them out of the cages yourself? Well, no, but I prepared them for release and then they're gone. Yes, I never had a reason to question it. I'm getting that sick feeling in my stomach again. So, where are they? Not everything is as above board as you'd like to think. Yeah, I am starting to see that. Or above ground either. What do you mean, Ray? If there's something I should know. I think that's enough for one day. I'm starting to feel woozy. I'd like you to take me back now if you don't mind. Okay, do I coax her or do I let her rest? I feel like I should let her rest. It's been a big day for her. Let's... Okay, no, we'll coax her. Oh, sorry, YT, I didn't see your thing. I've coaxed her. You're sick to your stomach too. Oh. No, come on, talk to me, Ray. What happens to the kittens? What happened to you? Ravenpaw closes her eyes tight as if she's hoping that when she opens them, she'll be somewhere else. We have to know, YT. You've been doing so well, really opening up. Don't go backwards. Go backwards? You really don't understand, do you? I'm not just some mardy little girl. I'm the way I am because of you, your people, you scientists with your observations and poking and prodding and unbiased opinions. Of course, I never fully open up to you, human. You wouldn't know what to do with me if I did. If you can't stick a label on it, it doesn't exist. That's what you did with my mum, isn't it? That's how you were able to sleep peacefully after you murdered her. I feel very confused and very guilty, even though I know I'm nothing to do with the things she's describing. I know you don't believe I'm like that, Ray. You're angry and hurt, and I don't blame you one bit for hating us. All of us. But if you didn't think I was different, you would not be sitting out here with me in the first place. Look at what I did. I know. God damn it. She's looking away, so I can't read her eyes. I will never be able to fully understand what it's like to be you, to have your experiences. I am trying though. I'm doing everything I can to change things. Not the past, you have to find your way to live with that, but the future. How you live from here on. I want to make a difference. Won't you at least give me a chance? Here's the deal. She's turned her head and is fixing me with her huge eyes. If and when you come up with a viable plan, I will do everything within my power to help you nail it. Deal. I raise my hand for a moment of excitement and realize too late that Ravenpaw will never high-five me. She looks at my hovering palm. She looks me in the eye. What are you even doing? I clumsily style it out. Taking you back now. Just taking you back. Poor little Ravenpaw. Recon time. I don't have any more recons right now. That's fine. I will need to probably romance again. I'm gonna be so sad when I don't make it through this romance for you, YT. It's late. Well, after work hours. Ravenpaw asked me to visit her when Professor Purrfect finished his shift because she has something important to tell me. The lab is cold and silent. I can just make out the reflection of Ravenpaw's big eyes. I flip the light switch and the room becomes illuminated with a harsh, dazzling brightness. And the room becomes illuminated with a harsh, dazzling brightness that makes me squint. I came as soon as I could. I had no idea the professor stays up so late. How does he function on such little sleep? Keep your voice down, human. We don't want to draw any attention. Maybe we should turn off the lights. Sometimes the caretakers do random patrols. Who? You Mr. and Mrs. Marigold? I'm sure they're dead to the world right now. You'll be surprised. Anyway, enough chin wagging. I have something for you. A gift? Of course not, you div. Where on earth would I have gotten you a gift? The local gift shop? Oh, of course. I'm sorry. So what is it? Why? Because I think I can trust you now. I'm taken aback and feel flushed with pride. You can, Ray. I've sworn to help you and I won't let you down. So, you want this or not? She pushed her paw towards me and I realized she has something under it. My stomach lurches as I worry it may be a spider or a fly. I hope she's not expecting me to eat it. What is it? Dunno, thought you might know. As she lifts her paw, I'm relieved to see that nothing is moving. And on closer inspection, I realize what it is. Oh, that's called a key. It's used to open things that are locked, like doors or safes. You really are touched. I know what a key is. I meant you might be able to figure out what it opens, but I'm losing hope by the second. Oh, forgive me. Well, where did you get it? Best not to ask. I'm serious, Ray. This key could be important, and if I know where you got it from, it'll be easy to work out what it opens. Ravenpaw eyes me skeptically. I thought you trusted me. Fine, I got it from Mrs. Marigold. You mean Mora, the caretaker's wife? Oh, so it wasn't Monica. She's not the caretaker's wife, you cretin. She is the caretaker as much as he is. Yes, of course, but the key, Ravenpaw? She came to clean my cage last night, too lazy to take me out of it first, of course. So Mr. Marigold came in and gave her the key. She put it here. Ravenpaw indicates the corner of her cage, because her hands were full. Then they had a huge argument, and while they were shouting at each other, I used my ninja skills to hide the key under my paw. And that was that. She didn't notice? She was so worked up about him that she clean forgot about it. Left without even bothering to refill my water bowl. Rude. So what makes you think that this key is so important? Because when he handed it to her, he said, "It's your turn. I'm fed up of being the one who always has to do his dirty work." Whose dirty work? Professor Prospero's, obviously. Prospero. Pooper. Oh, Pauper, of course. Look, I really got to hurry back to my tent now, or I'll be a wreck in the morning, but thank you for this, Ravenpaw. I'll find out what this key opens, I promise. You better. My eye, I got something in my eye. There we go, Recon 18. Which we'll do right now. I can't stop thinking about the key Ravenpaw found. What is it for? Maybe it's time to take a look around and find out. I'm passing Professor Purrfect's tent on my way to the lab. Just as he comes dashing out, we collide, sending both of us sprawling. Oh goodness, Professor, are you okay? I'm up on my feet instantly and offering him my hand. I'm not sure that I am, YT. Now I'm worried I've injured my boss. Is that a sackable offense? Here, let me take a look. Where does it hurt? I'm kneeling down beside him, trying to feel his legs. What on earth are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were... He cuts over me. I'm fine. Give me some space, and then you can help me search. Have you lost something? A key. Dun dun dun! A key? Where did you lose it? He gives me a withering look. If I knew the answer to that, the key wouldn't be lost now, would it, Whitey? I had it last night in my tent, I think, but it's certainly not there now. I thought perhaps I might have dropped it out here somewhere. I'm happy to help you look, Professor. It's got to be here somewhere. A thought strikes me. I wonder if this could be the key Ravenpaw gave me. Do you mind me asking what the key is for? The professor suddenly looks at me with suspicion. There's no reason for you to know that. Oh, okay, I was simply trying to get a picture of in my mind. Big, small, silver, brass. I don't think there'll be a lot of keys to choose from, YT. Any key you find ought to be brought to me immediately. Understood? Of course, sir. I am sure you have other chores to attend. I wouldn't want to hold you up. The professor waves me away as he continues to search the grass around the entrance to his tent. Clearly, this key is important. As I make my way to the lab, I begin to get an idea. It's a bit left field, but this key is clearly securing something important. Something that the professor doesn't want me to know about, and that makes me very determined to uncover what it might be. Cutting a convincing looking key with the equipment in the lab is easier than I thought it would be. I compare it to the one Ravenpaw passed on, and it looks almost identical to me. The thing won't actually work, but that's the point. Okay, here goes. I send the professor a message using the catalogue. I found a key in the lab. Could it be the one you lost? Send pic, please. I send the professor a photo of the key. Be right there. I don't have to wait long. The professor is with me within seconds. Well done, my dear. Where is it? I give him the freshly made key. He turns it over in his hand. I hold my breath. This is the moment of truth. Will he notice it's not identical? Yes, I'm sure this is the one. But there's only one way to make certain. Thank you again. And he's gone. Psst, quickly, don't lose him. Kibbles appears from under the lab bench. On it, boss. And he follows the professor. There's nothing more for me to do but wait. I don't have to wait long. Kibbles is back within 5 minutes. That was quick. How did it go? Quite funny, really. He put the key in the lock and it wouldn't turn. He got more and more red in the face, and then he threw the key into a drawer and stormed off. So, what was he trying to unlock? Oh, it was the big metal thing in the supply shed. Really? But the cabinets in there aren't normally locked. In fact, the keys are left in the doors. He wasn't trying to open that thing. He wanted to open the thing inside it. Oh, there's something else in there? Yeah, but I couldn't see what it was because he shooed me away when I got up close. Well, I think we ought to check it out ourselves, don't you, comrade? Follow me. I'm the leader. And he's slinky comically close to the floor. I suppress a laugh. Okay, leader, lead on. We're just out of the lab when the professor calls to me. YT, false alarm, I'm afraid. You need to keep those keen eyes peeled. Oh, what a shame. I thought our little mystery was solved then. Never mind though, I'm sure it'll turn up eventually. Let's hope so. I'm off to speak with Zane. If you need me, I'll be down at the jetty. Yes, sir. See you at lunch. He strides off with purpose. The gods of Halagard are smiling down on us. Mission on. I double check there's no one around before ducking into the supply shed. After Kibbles points out the cupboard that the professor was opening, I post him on lookout duty by the door. He's in his element, pacing back and forth and doing quick gotcha maneuvers. It doesn't take long to work out that the filing drawer at the bottom of the cabinet is what the key belongs to. I turn the lock and hey presto! Lunch, time for a break next? Maybe. Don't know what Professor Purrfect is doing. Does Professor Purrfect even eat lunch? Inside are lots of hanging files and I have no idea what I'm even looking for, so I take one out at random. There are diagrams of 2 different cats. One of them is labelled Project Felix, Subject 26, and the other, Island Cat, number 38. There are some research notes in addition to the diagrams. I start to read. Day 215. Subject 26 and number 38 were introduced today. Number 26 was immediately aggressive. The 2 cats had to be separated before serious injury occurred. Both cats are usually very docile with the others of their kind. Perhaps Island Cats and Project Felix subjects are sufficiently different that they view each other as a threat. I flip ahead a few entries. Day 234. Subjects continue to attack each other on site. Attempts to breed the two animals naturally do not seem to be working. Artificial insemination was attempted today. Initial signs are promising. Day 301. According to normal cat gestation period, the subject should have given birth by now. It seems as though the addition of the Project Felix subject has extended this time. Day 350, overnight, number 38 gave birth to a single kitten. The animal is small, black and sickly. Shows remarkable intelligence in our test. Day 354. Attempts to introduce the kitten to number 38 have ended in failure. Both the mother and father are inherently aggressive towards their offspring. The remainder of the notes detail the increasingly horrifying experiments performed on number 26. So subject 26, number 38, and their kitten. Eventually, the adult cats die as a result of the experiments. Day 450. After the death of subject 26, the decision has been made to shut down this facility. 6 is not pleased with what she has read in our reports. The offspring will be moved to the main laboratory near the beach for observation. I'm trembling as I use my catalogue to take photos of more of the documents before I lock everything away. I stumble outside where Kibbles is up on his hind legs as if standing to attention. All good, Sarge? I can't answer Kibbles. The handwriting on these notes is eerily familiar and my mind is racing. So many signs, suspicions, all coming to light. I daren't say a word out loud, but I can feel a sense of dread creeping into my heart. Kibbles starts to stare at me, concerned. Don't get me wrong, these experiments seem horrible, but if we found cats that could turn humans into cats, we'll have to study that. Maybe a little more ethically, though. Yeah, but what if the scientists are what caused the elder cats to be able to do it? I'm fine, Kibbles. I'm fine. We have completed all 18 recon events, and I just got an achievement. No new stuff. So we are going to rest up. Our final day of romance. Let's go. Well, let's hope I succeeded with this one. So, what shall we read today? I flick through the little book of poetry. Ravenpaw and I have gone through most of the poems. We're dragging them out to one a day now because we're dreading finishing it all together. We've got Alone, Love Sonnet, Bonnie Boat, and Hunger. Ravenpaw looks less engaged than usual. She usually perks up when I get the poetry book out, but she's sitting hangdog in the corner of her cage, shrugging at each title. I think we should read our happy poem today, something to cheer us up. How about Bonnie Boat? Ravenpaw rolls her eyes. She hates the silly poems and prefers the dark, brooding ones about storming seas and missing home. Just leave it. What do you mean, Ray? I don't want to listen to poetry. It's a futile distraction from reality. This is a first. I'm not sure how to react. I thought she enjoyed our reading time. Ray, is there something you want to talk about? Ravenpaw lets out a heavy sigh. You wouldn't understand. I shrug. Try me. No, you wouldn't understand because I don't even understand. I feel so deeply, yet I can't articulate it at all. It makes me want to scream, cry, laugh, sleep. I feel, ugh. Don't waste your time with me. You've got big, important human things to do. You don't want to be babysitting a cat like me. Ray, I love spending time with you. As soon as I wake up, I feel excited to see you, read poems with you, discuss things with you. You are so unique. You have an amazing insight and a delightfully wicked sense of humour. I am not babysitting you. I am your friend. I want you to talk to me when you're feeling down, Ray, because you deserve to be happy, especially after all you've been through here. Ravenpaw still looks frustrated, but she mumbles. I guess I know which poem I'd like you to read now. Maybe Elle would be able to say it better than I can. Read me Love Sonnet. Okay. I like the words to say the things I feel. My tongue is slow and of the humdrum kind, and though my eyes were erstwhile keen as steel, you have eclipsed the sun and made me blind. I do not see the blight that you bewail, the fuzz of fur so soft against my skin. I will not shun the sweet curl of your tail, nor shut the door and never let you in. Our cursed fate has dealt us bitter blows, and yet methinks that mine are worse by far, for as nights get cold your fur grows, where I am left adrift with no lodestar. Is there one would laugh and not feel pity for this poor wretch whose love is turning kitty? Oh wow! It sounds like Elle was in love with a werecat. I wonder how that worked. I knew you wouldn't get it. I feel like I'm hurting her feelings without intending to, or understanding how. Explain it to me, Ray. It's not rocket science. I mean, it's just love is love. You can't choose who you fall in love with, right? If only you could, things would be so much easier. But sometimes love just creeps up and hijacks you. And no matter how much you don't like it or try to get away from it, once it's got you, and there's no breaking free. You make it sound awful, and, well, it is if you're not sure of the person you're in love with. But it can be amazing too. Obstacles that felt insurmountable before suddenly feel insignificant. Things you thought you'd never be able to do are done. Poems you used to hate become love songs that sing to your soul. Human, cat, werecat, elder, whatever. Love does not discriminate. It will not be controlled or boxed up neatly to suit our prejudices. So we have to just grow a pair and come clean and see where it takes us. So, I love you. What are you going to do about that? There's a long silence while I gather my thoughts, but eventually I'm able to say, I love you too. Oh, Ravenpaw, I thought it was just me. I didn't even hope that you would feel the same way. I know we've become close, but I resigned myself to thinking we could never be more than friends, that you wouldn't accept me. You really do go on, don't you? I blush with happiness. I suppose we both do a bit. So I guess we're stuck with each other then? I guess we are. She smiles the brightest smile I have ever seen on her beautiful face. Good job, YT! We did it! Got the achievement that we successfully romanced Ravenpaw. Alright, research. Okay, we got 2. We can do research 14 or research 18. Oh, which one should we do? Okay, so a day off? Okay. It's my day off. Time to get out there and enjoy the sunshine. I'm quite excited about today. I was very surprised when Professor Purrfect told me a few days ago that he was giving me Thursday off. Although I'm supposed to have Sundays as a rest day, they're never really time off as someone always needs something done, but the professor was quite categorical about it. I do not want to see you anywhere near this research facility. Mrs. Marigold will prepare you with enough food for the day. Go visit some of the places we've been to during our field work or something. There's never enough time to fully explore. A tired researcher is a sloppy researcher. Recharge your batteries. Sus? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we should have. freed the kitties. I must admit I had a pang of suspicion, but was eager to have a whole day off to myself, so I didn't hesitate. So here I am heading out to the far eastern side of the island to have a closer look at the blue-coloured moss that grows on the moist cliffs overhanging the sea. It is the part of the island least populated by cats. I wonder why. I've decided to take my breakfast with me and sit down on some small rocks just outside of our residential area to enjoy the quiet. Oh, it's Bee! That smells good. Goodness, Bee, you startled me. I thought I was alone. You're very much alone, I would say. I feel vaguely irritated. Why does she always talk in riddles? I'm not in the mood for this today. You think you are wrong? It's okay, Whitey. If you want to share some of my food, you're welcome to, but let's not talk, eh? Thank you. I'm taken aback. No enigmatic answer or smarty pants remark. B simply accepts the piece of bacon I've torn up and put on the rock beside me. I haven't had this stuff for such a long time. Bacon? Oh yes, I had forgotten its name. Did the previous researcher share their breakfast with you? No, it was mine, I think. I'm finding it harder and harder to remember to order my thoughts. The small brown cat is becoming upset, and I reach out to stroke her instinctively, but she shrinks away from my hand. I wouldn't hurt you, Bee. I was just trying to comfort you. But you will hurt me. You don't mean to, but you will. I don't understand. It's like a dream. If I try to grasp it, it vanishes. I'm losing my memories, and I want so much to pass them on before they're lost forever. It's okay. I manage to coax her close enough to run my finger along her cheek, and she responds, moving in closer. It doesn't have to make sense, you know. You can just talk, let it all pour out, and see what we discover. Where are you going? Why aren't you at work? You should be finding it. She has sat up abruptly and pulled back. I'm thrown. Finding what? I can't. It's a thing at work. Oh, there's no work today. The professor gave me the day off, so I'm headed to the Blue Moss Cliffs. Don't. What? Don't go there. The Blue Moss, it's something. It's what happens when we dispose of the stuff from the secret lab. Am I cheating on Ray? No, of course not. She just needs a hug. Are you okay, Bee? He's tricking you. My name's not Bee. I know. That's just what the last assistant called you. You can be called anything you like. I'm trying my best to calm her. She's very distressed and I'm afraid for her well-being. Let me help you. I have some cat food in my bag. I quickly open the small bottle and tip a little of the clear fluid into the palm of my hand. Surprisingly, Bee immediately starts lapping at the little pool. Within a short time, she's calm and allowing me to stroke her. Toxic. Pardon? Toxic, that's the word I was looking for. The Blue Moss area? Yes. She's purring now, as though being able to remember has comforted her. You also said we. We dispose of the stuff from the secret lab. You got in there in the end, didn't you? I have a sickening excitement in my stomach. You were me. You had my job before me a long time ago. Her speech is slurry and her eyes are drooping. Like a dream, I need to wake up for this dream, get back to him, to me. B, talk to me. Who is he? I need to know. No answer as the little cat is snoozing. I come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning, I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now, it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who would see it? B does not want to be a cat, no. But this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm going to hide out for a while and see what happens. We're in the deepest part of the forest. It's become my favorite hangout since I ditched the idea of finding an antidote and followed my heart instead. No prizes for guessing where it led me. Straight to Ravenpaw. It took a while to convince her that I was doing the right thing. She said, if you change your mind, then it's all too late. You may end up hating me. But I could never hate her. I love her. I just want you to be sure I'm more than ready to go with you. I know I can leave this cage if you're by my side. And that was it. We left the lab together that night and have been side by side ever since. Oh, look how cute we are. Skip this one. It's just noise. You're such a granny. I'm going to turn it up. Ravenpaw fiddles and paws at my old catalogue until the volume reaches max. I bury my face under my paw. Come on, Wrinkles, learn to appreciate the classics. Trust me, I do. This is rehashed rubbish. I shout over the throbbing bass. Ravenpaw laughs and hits me with her tail. Okay, let's listen to something else. You are an orange cat, YT. Ravenpaw skips through song after song until she stops at a gentle acoustic guitar, accompanied by soft, soulful, angsty voices. Better. Much. This is actual music. I feel Ravenpaw gently entwine her tail with mine, and we both purr in time to the thrumming guitar. It's funny how stressed I got trying to discover an antidote to this. I never dreamt I could be this happy. I could have saved myself a lot of worry. I never thought I was capable of being this happy either, but there is still one thing stopping me from being totally blissful. Oh, what's that? Your terrible taste in tunes. I smile and drift off to sleep, feeling happy, safe, and loved. All right. So we ended up in a relationship with Ravenpaw. We got the ending achieved rhyming couplet. We didn't romance Mr. Floofy, but I can't believe it. That is it. We found 6 secrets, 8 out of 18 endings found, and we got 62.2% of the total game seen. Oh, chapter 6 again. Ooh. Meow. Oh, here we go. Guys, the new research assistant has just stepped off the boat. I ran as fast as I could. We already know about their arrival. Had you been on time for the meeting, you would understand that it doesn't matter anymore. What doesn't matter? I'm afraid you missed the most important part on the agenda, Trix. We've been outvoted. Outvoted? Yeah, sucks to be you. But that's not fair. You can't vote with me without me present. Apparently we can. I tried to cause a delay, if that's any consolation, my dear. But I was gathering intel to make the vote more informed. I can assure you that the new assistant looks much more promising than any we've had so far. Oh, Kara, you know, this plan doesn't work. We've got to stop. We've catified far too many humans already. It's all rather exhausting doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. But that's ridiculous. The more we try, the greater the chances of success. Come on, guys, don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. What if this is the one who will free us, the one who will figure it all out? Please, I adore you, my dear, but you really are so naive. Figure it all out? Forgive my merriment, but it is all rather amusing. What's so funny about it? I think what Snooty is saying, Kara, is that humans don't seem to be able to get the right balance to be of much real help to us. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Who's Jack? It's true, they've burnt themselves out with work, or just laze around all day canoodling with the cats, or make rash choices they can't take back. We need to help them get the right balance. I cannot give up without a fair shot at it. Please? I'm with you. I believe if we monitor them more closely, we may have a chance. Murph, you're a gambler. Take one last punt, eh? How can I say no to that angelic face? Hooray! Revote! Oh man. Well, can we just get on with it? I'm missing out on some important beauty sleep. Maybe you should try not romancing a cat? I'm gonna have to do it all over again. Oh, posture check? Sure thing. There we go. Big stretch. I threw in a free stretch. Okay, cast your vote. The end. Oh no! End half measures. So these are all the people that got together except for Ov. Alright. We didn't do well. Oh, we got another extra. Alright. Here are the credits from the Bay team. There we go, those are the credits. What? I'm not content by that ending? Alright, let me try it different. Let me quickly blast through. Let's start a new game. Alright, let me do a bad ending. Who is this going to be? I'll make this one ball. But what happened with the kittens? We just don't know. I think I've done this one. I'm a devil and I reject. Ooh. Ha 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 ha! I have not done this. Well, well, what do we have here? It looks like a human, it smells like a human, and I'm sure it would taste like a human, and yet it calls itself a devil. How is that even possible? All the universe above and below the earth knows that I am the devil, the one and only, the original and everlasting. You sniveling, lying, trembling creature, allow me to school you in the ways of hell. You call yourself Baal, and yet you and I both know that is a lie. You are my minion, Shades of Autumn. Oh shit, language. You are in my domain now. There is only one voice to listen to, only one authority to be obeyed, one will to serve. I am the master of everything. But Shades of Autumn, I'm a sporting devil too. It'd be so easy to crush you into eternal damnation right here, right now, but where's the fun? So this is what I'll do. You have a chance, a slim one, at redemption. Answer the following question correctly and you may escape my clutches. For now. How did he know? Game files, man. Do your worst, horn dog. Up yours, horn dog. Ha ha, ah ha ha ha, ah ha 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 ha, ha ha ha. I can't do an evil laugh. I got an achievement for that. Alright. We're going to, like, skip a lot of this dialogue because I have read this all. So we are going to try and skip as much as we can. So we can maybe get some other endings. You've already seen it too on YouTube? Oh, I haven't seen it. I think we'll do one where we reject all the cats, and then I can easily play this in my own time if I need to, just so I can understand it myself. I wish, like in some other games where you can... Oh, you meant the dialogue that I'm at. Okay, yeah. If you want to read this dialogue, go to my YouTube channel and watch the first episode. All right. We'll go water again, I guess. I wish there was, yeah, oh, as I was saying, I wish like in some other ones where they have save spots. Man, I wish I had a save spot so I can just like easily go back to some choices. Man. Or there was an option just to click skip on the dialogue. That's another one that these games like to do. So you don't have to sit here and manually click. Manually clicking, manually clicking. And this first chapter is the longest one. What happens if I get 100,000 points? The mushrooms? Oh, well, you'll have to see. You're feeding them to the void. Oh, tap, 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 tap. Are you feeling any better, YT? I want to know about this this wall as well that's around the island. I didn't learn too much about that. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. That's good, though. That's good. I would talk about things, but I don't know what to say. So I don't have a lot to say in regards to this game except for I want to know what happened. Tap, 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 click, 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 click. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. With my clicking, apparently. The Elder Kitty is... And I want to know what that means. The glitching that keeps happening. I need explanations. Tap, 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 tap. This would be, again, so much easier if I had the ability to, like, skip a few things. Or if I had an auto tapper, yeah. I'm gonna get a hand cramp. I'm gonna click don't help. Okay. Help you after what you did to me? How could I ever trust you? You steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want. What would you do in my situation? Ouch. This ludicrous story about werecats is enough to make me think I must be going insane. So no, it's not up to you to sort it's up to you to sort out whatever is going on here. I will have enough on my hands looking after myself. Lame. What did I tell you? I need this human who lacked the intellect and stamina to be part of our research. You rude, self-opinionated moggy. I would sooner turn into a cat than help you. Or for some kittens. There is a shocked silence. Slowly the small calico cat pads up to me. I'm sorry, human. If there was some way I could help you, I would. Trixie begins to sob quietly before turning away. My eyesight begins to blur and I can just about make out the cats retreating into the thick growth of the forest. Despite becoming more and more tired and foggy, I somehow make my way back to the research area, and that's it really. I did plenty of work over the next few weeks on Cat Island, but I can't remember much of it. Time seems to have slipped by without my even noticing. I'm sure I did lots of good and interesting work here on the island, but I just can't recall any of it. Only vague memories. At the end of the day, I'm really not that bothered. It all feels a bit like a distant dream to me now. Oh, I wonder if that's B. I stretch out in the sand enjoying the midday sun on my fur, lazily licking my paws clean of the scraps left over from my morning feed. Meow! Oh, look, we look really cute. All right. Let's do the next one. Okay, who's this going to be? Who has recently been in charm? Sorry, Z, you're in. All right. And we have read all this as well. Tap, 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 tap. Hey, Zane. Meow. I just whacked my elbow against my desk and it hurt a little. So your plan is to abandon the cats this time? Yes. I don't mean to sound so cheerful, but the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's the quickest one without as much dialogue. Unfortunately. Oof, yeah, I know. Oh, I didn't. Oh, balls. 1 second. That I need to read, I think. Because technically, I haven't. As I unpack and settle into my tent, I notice something odd. A little dugout under my bed, and I reach in and pull out an unexpected find, the personal journal of the previous research assistant, the one before me. They must have forgotten it or left it behind. It's an absolute goldmine of information. It's going to get me up to speed with how it all works around here in no time. However, it seems something else was happening here on the island, something that was troubling them. I get the feeling there's far more going on here than the professor would have me know. Or maybe I have read this. In spite of my increasing tiredness, I continue to read and the journal gets weirder and weirder to the point where I'm not sure whether I'm still reading or if I've dozed off and am now dreaming of talking cats and kidnappings. Eventually, I lose the battle and drift into a deep sleep. This bit is the same. Trixie has stolen the journal. Didn't realize that the previous one... I know, I read this in the journal. Something similar happened to the previous research assistant. But we haven't had a previous assistant. I think it's confused. We've kind of read this. Back to the beach. Hey team. Sorry, I'm gonna be mean to you again. Got the sickness. We are not going to help the kittens. Help you after what you did to me. How could I ever trust you? Steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want. What would you do in my situation? Ouch. That's exactly the same what we just read. This ludicrous story about werecats is enough to make me think I must be going insane. So no, it's up to you to sort out whatever's going on here. I will have enough on my hands looking after myself. No worries, YT. Please have a wonderful night's rest, officially this time. And I hope you feel better. Still lacking intellect and stamina. He's still a self-opinionated moggy. Trixie begins to sob. Our side is blaring. Can't remember too much of the wonderful work we did over on Cat Island. I stretch out in the sand, blinking paws. Wow, exactly the same thing as the other person. Hey, cute little thing. All right. Continue. Who's this going to be? Jason. I feel bad for naming these people after chat and they're just being mean to cats. Same dialogue. We're done. No, we don't no drink, but we've done that. Done all those options. We've read this one too. Trixie really gets the short end of the stick. We've passed out again, team. I hope we get some new dialogue when we reject the cats. No helping. Nope. Same shit, different person. I feel really bad. I thought there'd be actually more dialogue. A little bit of difference, but apparently not. Oh, but it was so cute as a cat. Alright, this is gonna be the breeze. ID. Use side quest next? Okay. Ooh, gin. We haven't picked the gin option. Gin? For medicinal purposes. He nicks the bottle before handing it to me. Much better. I find it settles the stomach. Have a try. What the hell is this? I hold the empty bottle self-consciously. The rest of the day is taken up with procedural stuff. Basa, cats, other anomalies. Thanks, Trixie. Gin is licorice flavored alcohol, you think? Oh, I know what gin is. No, gin is a type of alcohol made from juniper berries normally. It's very nice. Yeah, it's a distilled alcoholic drink flavored with juniper berries and other botanical ingredients. Oh, are you thinking of Sambuca? I've heard that's one that tastes like licorice. As a person who doesn't like licorice, have I been bitten? Well, of course you've been bitten. This one's an idiot. Don't be rude. And we're not gonna help the kitties. Wow, really? The same... Oh, they're so cute. There better be something good at the end of this. We'll make this one side quest. And then Radis can be the other guy. Cat Island. We're already here. Oh, you're thinking Jaeger. I don't think I've ever had Jaeger. No. Another little white cat. Alright, and this one can be Ratus. Nasty stuff, tastes like black licorice. I'm not a fan of licorice, so I probably won't be drinking it. You kind of feel bad for these cats because so far every single research assistant has been like, no, screw you. There we go. Meow. There we go. We got a new extra for the next time we play. Great. Now I feel like I need to play so I can have a look at that one extra. Right. Ooh, a new ending? And we've read this one. This one's currently all the same. The total lunar eclipse of the heart is coming out of hiding, so it should get headed to bed. You should be heading to bed. Thank you very much, Jason. Have a wonderful night's sleep. And I will have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much for raiding on in. I hope you had a wonderful stream yourself. So far it is the same. Oh, such a cute little emote. Thank you for collecting your collectible. There's got to be a 10-hour version of that meow song. More than likely. There, okay, well, I did get an achievement for this. Oh. I lied, we're not stopping. Oh, quickly. I don't have it about Whitey, so I cannot play it. We'll play this lady. We'll put side quest back in. So. No, I meant on a video. Oh, I don't have to do it now. Too late. I've already clicked it. It's happening, YT. Plus, I did just unlock it. I feel like I have to, you know, show what the people had, you know, what they got from me clicking, you know. And Avowed is on Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass, sorry. It's money I don't have. I wish I could have Game Pass because there's heaps of games on there that I would love to play. But right now it is not plausible for me to have it right now. But hopefully soon. I feel that they might not have it next month. Oh, you might not have it next month. Yeah, it's hard. I've asked for the cup of tea. Tap 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 tap. I definitely need to get into my alphabet challenge a bit. I've only done the letter A, and even then I technically never finished it because Age of Empires was far too difficult and I was getting too mad at it. But we need to really start the letter B sooner rather than later. it's just very annoying because I seem to get unwell on a Thursday. Hey, Floofy. Bye, Floofy. B for Baldur's Gate. B for Beyond Blue. I put all the B's into a wheel spin and we got Beyond Blue. I wish I had Baldur's Gate. I mean, that would take forever, and I feel like I would never finish the alphabet by the end of the year if I did Baldur's Gate, because I feel like I would have to do all my streams be Baldur's Gate, and then I'll have to stream for like a while per day to even like make any progress. But I would love to do it. And plus, if I did get Baldur's Gate, I would play Baldur's Gate 1 first, because I have that. And I haven't played it yet, so I think that would have been fun. And, you know, last time I was streaming before my break, we got to letter B and I was almost done with it, and then I got too ill and I had to stop. So we've never made it past the letter B. We've never finished B. Actually, that's probably what I could do after I do next week with demos. After next week, we can maybe finish Bear and Breakfast. Just check that off, you know. I'll leave it half finished on my YouTube channel. Okay. Why do I feel like this is going on longer than the previous one? Alright, we'll help the cats. Do. We've seen this. Do. Okay. The extra. Let's go. Oh, we got two because we got the dev cave as well. Let's start there. I've had a really stressful morning helping the professor in the lab. He's in a bad mood and I was getting the brunt of it. So I decided to reward myself for being so tolerant and patient with him by coming all the way over to the Blue Moss area for a peaceful lunch. I've climbed the rocks a bit higher than usual and stumbled upon a strange little spot I've never seen before. It's a flat, smooth patch of ground close to the cliff's edge, almost a perfect circle. It looks man-made, a bit like an observation platform. I wonder who made it and why. There are so many things on this island that I don't understand, but I have learned to curb my curiosity and prioritize the things I need to focus on, the antidote being top of the list. I'm not making much progress with that yet, but if I keep coming further, I feel like this, I may stumble across some important elements that will help me. Anyway, enough of that. For the next hour, I'm relaxing. I put my things down and get as close to the edge as I dare. The view is breathtaking. I love that I'm one of so few people that will ever get to see it. The sun is hot and makes me feel sleepy, so after I finish eating my lunch, I close my eyes for 5 minutes and begin to drift off. When something wakes me with a start. I quickly scan around, but I can't see anything unusual. I feel a little unsettled, so I quickly gather up my stuff when something a few feet away catches my eye. It's bright yellow, and as I near it, I realize I'm looking at a fresh banana skin. Someone else must have been here. Bananas don't grow on the island, and I can't remember seeing them in the mess tent. In fact, I asked once if I could order some, and Mrs. Marigold told me that Professor Pawpaw had a peculiarity about them, like a phobia, then clammed up, and it was never mentioned again. He's afraid of bananas? Natural curiosity takes over, and I decide to do a bit of amateur sleuthing. It doesn't take me long to find my next clue, another skin, about 2 meters from the first one. Then another further along still. It's beginning to look like a trail. I wish I had someone with me. I know it's risky to continue on my own, but I can't help myself. The trail weaves around the rocks until nothing looks familiar anymore. I pick up the last skin meters back, and I'm about to give up hope of finding any more when I round a natural curve in the rock. I'm brought up short by the sight of a large cave entrance. Behind it, carved into a rock, is a geometrical pattern. It reminds me of video games. I pause for a moment. Should I enter? Definitely. I take a deep breath and step inside. Okay. I can't quite take in what I'm looking at. There are 5 people, all busy doing things. It's a bit like an office, but in a cave. A couple of them are on computers, and the others are huddled around an easel. Everyone is too absorbed in what they're doing to notice me, so I clear my throat tentatively. I don't want to startle them. They may be hostile. Ahem. The girl with the pink hair looks up. Guys, I think we have a visitor. What the? Isn't that the player character? Oh god, can you imagine? That would be so weird. Seems Melford. Dan, let me see the current player artwork. Hey, Ruby. The man at the easel holds up a picture of me. It's like looking in a mirror. Dan, you potato, why have you drawn them in here? Oliver. I didn't. This is getting stranger by the second. I'm sorry if I'm trespassing. I just found myself here by accident. What is this place? They're speaking, and I'm not writing. Look. She holds her hands up. I'm from the research team. We know who you are. We just don't know why you're here. I followed the trail of banana skins. Dad! What? They were going to be edited out this afternoon. Anyway, this isn't the art department. This is a coding problem. I can only code what the writers give me. And again, no hands! Look, I don't mean to intrude or anything. I have no idea you were here, but now I've found you. Do you mind telling me what exactly it is you're doing here? Well, we're a development team. Yes? Oliver, why don't you explain? After all, you're the one coding this. Allow me to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Oliver, age 24, and I'm working on a new game. It's all about a mysterious island full of cats, and you get to date them. What? Dating cats? That's just gross. Not helping, Oliver. Yeah, stop marketing. Wait a minute, I think I know what's going on here. Chasebo. Everyone looks in the direction of the bespectacled lady sitting in shadow behind the artist. Have you been writing without supervision again? There is a collective groan from the team as Chasebo blushes and slips further into the gloom. Okay, I'll fix this. The player character vanishes from the dev cave and materializes back in their tent at base camp with no memory of what happened. No, wait! This seems a little unfair. After all, they did find us, and they were courageous enough to enter the cave. Okay, fine. Give them a Steam achievement too. Ready? That's hilarious. Meet the devs. Okay, but I want to do it again. but I'm going to say no. Alright, no way! Maybe I'll come back here another time when I have McMurphy and Kibbles at my back. Or maybe I'll just forget I ever saw anything. Anyway, I have to get back to base before Professor Pauper notices I'm missing. Okay, that was a bit lame. Alright, but it's now time for the hatch. I'm out for a jog this morning. This is a new development for me. I wouldn't dream of jogging on the mainland, but I seem to have so much extra stamina here that running has become a real pleasure for me. I'm listening to some music on my catalogue in a world of my own when... Ouch! I stumbled on some overgrown roots and gone sprawling along the forest floor. I checked myself over, and apart from a bruised ego, everything's fine. I'm about to stand up when I notice the sun glancing off something metal. My head is very close to the ground, and if I move upwards, I lose sight of it, so I inch my way forward towards the glinting mound. I find the moss comes away in one large flap. It's obviously artificial, some kind of camouflage. Behind the covering is a round metal hatch, the type of door you might find on a submarine. I'm aware of how alone I am and that it's probably not very wise, but my curiosity gets the better of me and I turn the lever handle. The door opens surprisingly easily. It must be in regular use. I see a vertical metal ladder leading down under the ground. Hello? Hello? Oh my god, it's 23. I climb to the bottom to discover a small dugout with nothing in it other than an old-looking computer and a tortoiseshell cat. Are you Oliver? No. He's the other cave. She's punching a sequence of numbers, left paw, right paw, nose, left paw, right paw, nose, over and over. No, I'm SQ. Who are you? I'm 23. Well, hello, 23. What are you doing? I'm waiting for Oliver. Have you seen him? No. Why? He's 24. Sorry, I don't understand. What are you doing here? And keeping the numbers going until 24 gets here. What numbers? These numbers. And she looks at the machine on which she's tapping left paw, right paw, nose. But why? 22 told me to. But why? 21 told her too. Okay, I can see where this is going. Who is number one? That would be Felix. He's number one. Subject Felix. The Felix subject. Do I know him? The little cat giggles. Stop it, you're making me lose count. Sorry. Why don't you just stop now? I have to wait for 24 to take over from me. If you see him, will you tell him he has to push the button? Okay, 23, I'll do that. Or, I have a feeling whatever she's going to say will not be a good idea. You could always take over from me and wait for 24 instead. Sure, I'll press the button. Well, I suppose I could finish your shift for you. 24 won't be long, will he? No, not at all. I'm sure he's on his way as we speak. The combination is left, right, middle. You can remember that, can't you? Yes, that seems simple enough. I hear the cat's footsteps get fainter as she climbs the metal ladder and leads me to my work. What was the order the cat gave me again? Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. How long do I have to do this for? Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. 24 will be here soon, right? Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. Left, right, middle. 24 never came. Press the button to save the world. Alright, but I'm doing that again, and then I'm not going to press the button. Do 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 do. Oh, I know why, T. I'm going to destroy the world. I'm going to walk away. I don't know what I've stumbled across here, but I am in no doubt that I don't belong here. Oh, that was it. Cool. All right. But I think I'm actually going to leave this here, the stream here, the game here. What I will ask you guys is, do you want me to... I don't think I'll play it on stream because I'm sick of clicking. There'll be so much clicking and probably not that much dialogue. Do you want me to... And this, I'll get the vote from YouTube as well. Do you want me to play this on my own time and record what happens? Because I can do that and maybe like edit the video so you just get like the results basically of the choices that I haven't done. I can if I get enough yays and if I get yays, more yays than nays, I'll do it. But I want to know if there's an interest in it before doing it. That is all. Otherwise, I'll just play it in my own time and work it out myself. But that is it so far for at least the streams of Purrfect Date. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm so sorry that it became like incredibly dark and very sad like towards the end there. I didn't realize it got that bad. And I feel a little bit guilty that I didn't have proper warnings up on the stream because it looks like it's a really cute game and then it hits you with the atrocities. I still kind of had fun. I'm incredibly curious as to what happened. But I'll find that out with or without you. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you would like to see. Thank you very much, YouTube, for watching today's stream. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Do stay safe and stay cozy, and hopefully this ending makes sense.